Hello everyone and welcome to another King of the Hill Showdown. Should be quite a bit of fun. Thank you all for joining. This is going to be the last stream we have here on the channel for probably a couple weeks because I am getting my hand surgery tomorrow. So it's a pleasure to have you guys here. It's going to be quite a journey. So some of the players are just joining now, so it might be getting started in a couple minutes. I know one of our first challengers is currently finishing another King of the Hill, playing on another stream, which is great. I believe on Happy Puppies. Pretty awesome for sure. And yeah, guys, welcome. So we'll hang out for a couple minutes. We'll chat until we get our players here, and from there we'll be good to go. All right, 1 second. Just adjusting some stuff on my desk. I actually just got my new microphones in today as well, so I upgraded the microphone. I got what I think it's called like an XLR mic or something, but it's pretty good quality for sure. I just have to get it all set up and get the arm mounts and everything on my desk, and in the next couple weeks, you guys will be hearing better quality audio on my streams and videos, which I'm very excited about. I've been using this Blue Yeti since I think 2016. My PC is also pretty old from 2016, so I think it's going to be time to update all this stuff. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wicked, if you could drop a link to the Discord. I see a couple folks asking. That'd be greatly appreciated. I know, out of region. Doom and despair for those. But yeah, it's tomorrow at 10:30, so I'll be getting it. I'll probably do like a community post when I get home and stuff like that, but we'll see. Hey, Conic, thank you for the fiber. Do appreciate that quite a bit. Turin is not late, nor is he early. He starts precisely when he means to. Very, very true. Very, very true indeed. So welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. It's going to be a fun one. So standard King of the Hill. Nothing special, nothing flashy. Just going with the good old faithful. Yeah. No, it's tomorrow, guys. Juan, it's tomorrow, actually. Yeah, at 10 o'clock or 10:30 a.m. All right. Let me go ahead and see if Zyphos is ready. If he's not, then we can always get the next player on the list to play, and then that'll be fine. Hello, Turin. How is it going today? I hope everything is ready. Yeah, everything's good, man. The audio quality is pretty good, but if you really listen to it and compare it to like other microphones, it could be better. And, you know, I've been doing this for, quite some time, so I figured it's time to step it up a little bit and get, every little bit of quality does matter. And Blue Yetis are very, very good microphones, the one I have, but these mics are just on another level, so. You play fantasy tabletop at all? I do have an Empire army. So when Old World does come back, I have Franz, I have Volkmar, I have a ton of State Troopers, handgunners. I have some Reichsguard Knights, some artillery pieces. So yeah, I have a full Empire, 2 Battle Wizards as well. So yeah. Cool, Zyphos' game is just about over. He should be here soon. Very good, thank you so much. Hey, Will B, thank you so much. Funding for the rehab stress balls. I have this little like stress ball thing in the corner already, but yeah, I'm sure they'll give me one. But I'll be in a splint for the first week, but after 1 week, the splint comes off, and I think that's when you start the physical therapy. Granted, most of the surgeries I'm getting are releases, so I'm hoping the recovery time won't be super long, because a release basically means, for example, in carpal tunnel syndrome, what's happening is that the sheath that houses basically those nerves is like pinching down on the nerves, and that's why you're losing function in your hand. So they basically just kind of snip the top of the sheath or the covering, and it takes pressure off the nerves and allows your hand to function normally again. So I'm getting that done on the flexor tendon, the ulnar tendon in my elbow, and then also in my my carpal tunnel on the wrist. Did I finish the Ikit campaign? I can't remember, honestly, Dew Power. I think it kind of got to the point where there was it was just a steamroll, so we just moved on to another one. But I usually, now I do finish all my campaigns, no matter how long it takes. Yeah, but I don't know if we finished that one. I can't remember. We were at like turn 100 or something. And there was just nothing the AI could do to stop me, so it just kind of felt like a bit of a moot point. Yeah. I turned the Turtle Pally in my D&D group to Grimnir this week. What? How do you turn him into Grimnir? That doesn't even make sense. Oh man, dude, I've had this hand problem since I was 21 years old. I'm turning 32 in 4 days, so like I've seen some doctors, but I was misdiagnosed for a long time, and I really trusted the doctor, so I just kind of listened to him. But yeah, then I saw a couple other doctors when it got to this point, and they were like, yeah, that other guy was very wrong. I'm like, oh, lovely. So yeah, that's that. Sigmar bless his ravaged body, I know. I just can't wait to get physical again, man. Like start lifting some weights and shit. Oh God, it's gonna be awesome. Give me that Ikit Claw. Wonder what factions the players will bring today. Well, Guac is a Bretonnian player. I know he loves Bretonia, and he's gonna be facing off against Zyphos. So the list of players for today's event, we have Zyphos, Guac, Jugu1, Captain Ventress, Amove Hacker, Waggett Stein, Wicked D, Bilbo Bagosh, Happy Puppy, and Aneurysm Sauce. our 10 players today. Oh, please, Nathan Fee, save your money, man. These are dire times. Are Rattling Guns OP? Not at all. No. They're a very balanced unit. Very balanced. Yeah, you got to do it, Wicked, man. I know, Misha. I know. I made that mistake. Hey, Trey Davis, thank you for the fat 20. Healed hand turn OP. Dude, I will be OP. You just wait. Long have we awaited this day. I know. It's going to take some time, but we'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Yeah, I can't wait to play in tournaments and not have to stop after like the 4th round because my hand gets like... I can't tell you how many community tournaments I've gotten to like the top 4 and then I've just like not been able to play anymore. It's just like... Because it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. The mullet is here still. I mean, I could... Maybe at some point during the stream I'll turn it on. I don't know. Yeah. Is there any potential for Skaven play? Oh, I'm sure we'll see some Skaven. Hey. So Guac... pick 3. Go. Or wait. Yeah, we'll do Guac is picking 3. That's fine. Or gents. Or they can gentlemen's. But okay, so look, guys. We have Bretonnia, we have Skaven, and we have Tomb Kings for the first picks for Guac. So some people wanted Skaven. You might get him here. We will see. We will see indeed. Hey, Jason Zennyman. Stay safe at work. And we'll see you around, man. Mr. Pig. All right. Sorry, I'm so used to the former name. All right, so pulling it up. Everything looks good on my end. Awesome. Felt cute, my mullet later. I know. I know. Captain Ventress, I did see your message, so yes, we can do that if you're watching. Okay, so he's banning Skaven and picking Wood Elves. So Zypho's coming in with Wood Elves against Bretonnia or Tomb Kings against Wood Elves. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Bretonnia is the choice. We're on Eschen. It's a pretty open field map, so I think we're going to see some classic cav chasing archers. Now, Zyphos is one of the few Wood Elf players who, historically speaking, has been able to really deal with heavy Bretonnian cav just with his kite. Normally, you know, a lot of Bretonnian players struggle when there's like 7 cav units chasing your 3 Way Watchers. It's very stressful, but he somehow manages to do it very effectively. So we'll see if Guac is able to bring some countermeasures here. It's very tough. Historically, I think people consider this to be a matchup that was very, very favored for the forces of Bretonnia, but not anymore. I mean, if you're talking top-tier Wood Elf players, I think it's a whole different game. It is a whole different game. Yes. Hey, Turin, tomorrow morning at 10... Francis, it's tomorrow morning at 10:30, yeah. Wicked says I'm going to be trying to give myself a mohawk with this hair trimming kit. Oh, man. Are you just going to, like, shave the sides with clippers and go hard that way? I know, Colin Tully, I got you, man. This stream will probably be about 3 hours, so hopefully that'll get you through your shift. Battle difficulty doesn't do anything, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know what battle difficulty actually does in multiplayer, because it's always on normal. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've never experimented with that. I think it probably just buffs like the stats of certain units. Because like in Legendary, or very hard battle difficulty, like AI units get like a melee attack buff. I think it has more to do with like if you're playing against AI, for example, you can set it on very hard, and then it'll be as if you're playing against a very hard AI campaign from Army, where it gets those various buffs. Yeah, I saw Happy Puppy. I saw that Zyphos was playing against Gilles in your King of the Hill, so he's warmed up for sure. He's warmed up. And if Zyphos goes on a run, you two may have to have your glorious showdown. Dude power, I don't think so. I mean, the Bretonnian archers are okay, but they can certainly get melted pretty hard by Wood Elves. Like, one triple focus from a Way Watcher will instantly delete a peasant archer unit. Rob Kent, hope the surgery goes well. Best wishes. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Do appreciate it. We have a donation from what's the name? It's a little bit tricky. EC the Lion, I think is what it is. Happy 11th birthday turn. You haven't aged today. I haven't, man. I'm looking good for my age. I'm looking good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Icarus Ungram. I canceled Hulu because I don't watch it and realize its money is rightfully yours. Left the content, man. Aha, I'm glad that I'm usurping Hulu. Thank you so much. And yeah, Icarus, hopefully you enjoy this one, man. You know, what I really like about Guac's build is that he kind of went with the dice roll. He brought trebuchets, and if the Bretonnians or the Wood Elves don't bring the arrows of Kernus to snipe the trebuchets, they actually can do some serious work against the Wood Elves. So I really like this. But again, he has to buffer well to make sure the archers can't close the distance and really put those guys down. So we'll see. My mullet is max level, dude. It's getting even longer, too. Yeah, it's getting longer. It's pretty serious. So for Guac's army, he's got a front line of peasant mobs, 4 of them, 3 men-at-arms in total. He's got Gotrek, interestingly enough, 2 peasant archers, a life caster, and I would imagine a couple Knights of the Realm in the back. Yep, pretty much the standard counter against Wild Riders and High Elf mobility, or Wood Elf mobility in general. And 2 trebuchets, and the trebs are going to be good here. I mean, there is 1 arrow of Kernus on the Waystalker, not Waystalker, but the Lord, the Glade Lord. But yeah, aside from that, I mean, there's not too many great answers for the trebuchets, aside from just outplaying your opponent and really catching them down. But we'll see. So for the Forces of Xiphos, this is his classic build. He's got the War Dancers with the Azurai Spears, the Glade Lord, and he does also have triple Way Watcher. So this is like cookie cutter competitive Wood Elves when it comes to like a Wood Elf specialist, right? Way Watchers are just so good, and if you can catch your opponent slipping with anything, you can just like instantly win the game. It's very hard to do though. A lot of people will watch these games with like these high level Wood Elf players and be like, oh, that's OP, but really it's not easy. There's a lot to control. Your army is very squishy. If you screw up 1 or 2 big engagements, you just lose. But again, Xiphos is actually one of the only players who's won my Eternal Challenger League outside of Falcone. So he was able to win Season 3, I think, in a very convincing fashion. I don't think he drops like many games at all. Yeah. It's going to be tricky, guys. So we will see if the Dark Lord of the Wood Elves can claim victory over their nemesis here, the Bretonnians. Bretonnia will definitely have to scout. The Way Watchers are currently hidden, and the trebuchets, honestly, shooting at the Way Watchers is okay. Yeah, I mean, over the course of a long fight, trebs have a ton of ammo. Yeah, 22 rounds of ammunition on those bad boys certainly can bring him down. But, you know, he does have Lion Shield. Guac is about to get caught here, it looks like. Yeah, the Way Watchers are exposed, so Guac is going to have to use Lion Shield to get away, because this is going to be super painful. Oh, does he juke it? Nice jukes for the most part. He does pop Lion Shield, which is good. Lewin does have self-healing, and now the Way Watchers here are exposed, but he's got to be careful. Prey of Anathrema is nearby. The Glade Lord does, of course, have that snare, so the snare here could be quite punishing indeed. Yeah, Way Watchers are very, very scary. One of the more powerful units on the Wood Elf roster. Probably without Way Watchers, they just would be really, really weak as a faction. He's going pretty deep here. Guac is actually like staying in open field. I don't know if he realizes that if he gets caught here with a Prey of Anathrema, like Lewin, yeah, the Lion Shield is off cooldown now, and the trebs are shooting, but oh god, Guac, why do you do this to yourself? You had all the opportunities to get away, man. Oh, now Lewin is going to get trash canned, and that's pretty much game. I mean, he might be able to move at the last second. We'll see. If he lives, the Bretonnians might be okay. There's a Damsel of Life with no regrowth, but he does, of course, have the Earthblood, and he heals himself. Okay, so he got away. If that second volley had connected and really dunked on him, that would have been game blouses for sure. Now the trebs are shooting. A lot of ammunition was expended here by the Way Watchers, so that is something as well. Yeah, that's very ballsy, man, taking all that, but I suppose maybe it's part of his grand scheme. He's just like, hey, let's have Lewin tank it all. But no, get away, Lewin, get back! You don't want to be there. So now the trebuchets are shooting here at the Way Watchers and getting some decent damage. I really do like the idea of chasing the Way Watchers with peasant mobs, because it gives you vision with the field trebuchets, which I do not know where that field trebuchet was shooting. Like, one of those shots just randomly like landed over here in like open field. Yeah, it's not over. It's not over. He did live. If Lewin had taken another volley like that, could have been 100% over. But you know what? To Guac's defense here, a lot of the ammunition of the Way Watchers, aside from Lewin, hasn't been doing too much. And now the trebs are here. Here comes some defenders of Fleur-de-Lis charging down the hill. Got to be careful, though. There are triple Wild Rider, and those guys, of course, will beat the defenders of Fleur-de-Lis in combat. Oh, no, but they get caught. Is Guac going to notice this? Oh, I don't think he noticed. He does at the last second. Okay, he pulls back the defenders. Well played there. Good control. But the Knights Errant are also the ones you want to be taking damage. The Knights of the Realm are much more important here. Much more important. With their anti-large capabilities, so you definitely got to keep those guys going. So Lewin taking a little bit of a beating up in the sky. I think Lewin's good in this matchup, though. He does have the Lion's Shield, so you just need to wait for the Prey of Anathrema. If you use it before then you'll just get prayed after, and that's when you really get punished super hard. Because Lion's Shield does give you 44%, which comes out to being 22% after the Prey of Anathrema, but that's still really, really good. I also think Regrowth is very nice in this matchup, too. Awakening of the Wood, I don't know. Regrowth is a really good panic play, like if you're just getting nuked. I mean, 2,000 HP is a lot. So now the play is underway. The Wood Elf Way Watchers have scooted forward and are going to be dumpstering the Peasant Archers with their ammo. One volley down to about 40%, which is certainly quite good. And obviously Xiphos is in a little bit of a commanding position, but like I said, all it takes is one slip up here from the Wood Elves for the game to change. Trebuchet's getting in there, taking out a couple Way Watchers. Not too many, but it still, you know, does get there, and they have tons of ammo, so as the game does progress. I kind of like that Guac is taking like a very slow approach and like just trying to waste the ammunition. Because like all the Way Watchers are getting a little bit low on ammo for sure, and the only things that are really taking damage, aside from these Knights Errant here, are Peasant Mobs and Lewin, of course. But Lewin is almost back up to, what, full health now? Yeah, he's getting pretty good. He's getting pretty solid there. Knights of the Realm take a lovely salvo right to the face. I mean, yeah, I think honestly just screen the Wood Elves out with your infantry and use your Trebs more. Both Trebs, I think, are still in good shape. Yeah, these ones have 3. These ones in the back have 2. So the trebuchets there certainly still pack a bunch. Here comes the brave peasant mobs of Bretonnia, charging in with their pitchforks out for the lady, their rakes and hoes. Going to be hopefully delivering a beatdown to the Wild Riders, but the mere presence of Wild Riders does cause some fear to them, I guess. I always forget that Wild Riders do actually cause fear. Kind of a cool thing, because they're just like these scary reindeers emerging from the forest. And yeah, these peasants in the front got to get Shrek'd pretty good, but you know, that's okay. It's not bad. Peasant archers are now opening up here. Ooh, an Awakening of the Wood going down as well. Going to be hitting those Way Watchers a little bit. Trebuchets, you know, at this point, now that ammunition is very sparse in the Way Watchers, shooting the Trebs at the Wild Riders might not be a bad idea, but you have to be very patient against Wood Elves. You can't really, like, overextend here. He's going in with the Knights of the Realm, which is pretty ballsy, but against this many, plus spheres nearby, Xiphos is so good at doing that. Pravenoth Rama comes down, a massive volley. Oh, he is so good with those Pravenoth Rama timings. And now the Wild Riders are going to be coming in, and normally they would lose this fight, right, against Knights of the Realm, but the downhill charge plus also the Pravenoth Rama really does nullify their effectiveness here. Lewin's going to be going in as well. I think gooning out the Wood Elf caster here is a very, very good play if you can. There still are some Peasant Archers, Knights of the Realm on the top. Actually, Guac is able to get some Knights of the Realm on top of those Way Watchers, which is a really, really big play. But now Lewin's going to be getting focused pretty hard, but not before he gets that Damsel. So now Lewin just needs to get out of here. He does have the Lion's Shield activated, so he is going to be taking substantially less damage, but I think he needs to run. He inadvertently jukes those 2 volleys there with his attack animation, which is good. Bretonnia in the back does have some Knights of the Realm as well in reserve, and Gotrek is now chasing. Many of the Wild Riders of Xiphos are also taking quite a pounding, so honestly it's still a close game. Although the Spellsinger of Life did live there. Gotrek's going pretty ham in the battle lines. Gotrek is going to be super annoying. Granted, something that you can snipe, but he is unbreakable, of course, and does have that healing trigger, which I find never heals him. Very disappointing stuff indeed. Now we have a pretty healthy group of Knights of the Realm here. We have one here that has 22 models. Lewin has to be really careful, though. I think if Lewin dies, the game's just over. I think Lewin basically just needs to fly around and be, you know, a glorious leader, or a glorified leader, and not do anything until the ammunition's out. Because in the late game, Lewin could easily, you know, kill a lot of this stuff on the ground. Yeah, Lewin needs to pull back. I would honestly just bring him back here and, like, have him sit by the trebuchets. Save him for the late game. He's not going to be useful here. He's just going to give your opponent value and also penalize the rest of your army as it pertains to leadership. So Guac is charging in once again. The Bretonnian Knights hammering into the Wild Riders of Xiphos. We do also have some Men-at-Arms getting into the back line. And Peasant Archers are still shooting. But it looks like Xiphos is in a pretty comfy position. Gotrek, though, is causing problems in the back line. He, of course, is anti-large and can kill the Wild Riders. I think there's a couple Azrai Spheres back here as well, though. Those guys are such a pain. And as far as Archer management goes for Xiphos, he's pretty good on ammo, actually, for this point in the game. I mean, it's almost a 7 or 8 minute game. He's got Way Watchers here, here, and here, all of whom have pretty good ammo. So that's going to be something. Oh, no, and all it takes, man, one slip-up. You got to be so focused against good Wood Elf players, man. And here the Damsel of Life does get prayed and focused down pretty hard. Granted, some of the peasants are pushing back there. Those Men-at-Arms are getting into those Archer lines. Is the Damsel going to get away? Arrow of Kurnus going into Lewin. And he's at 18 leadership. He does survive that, but not before the Damsel gets her source code deleted from the game by those Way Watchers. But Lewin needs to be careful, man. Yeah, I really think conservative play with Lewin would be the play to go. The play and way to go. My brain is still waking up. It's still kind of midday for me, so, you know, I'm not quite there yet, but we're trying our best, guys. So Gotrek is still alive, 21 kills. Bounce of Power is starting to pull pretty heavily in the favor of the Wood Elves. Just truly a masterclass of Wood Elf play. If you guys are trying to learn them and want to learn how to beat one of your counters or hard matchups, which is Bretonnia, I mean, there you go, man. That is a template for you to study, to say the least. But I have to say, Guac played very well. You know, he's playing one of the best Wood Elf players in the entire game, and he made it a scrap, man. That was an 8 minute game. There was a couple moments, I mean, I think without the Lewin misplay in the beginning, I think had Lewin been a little bit more careful and not taken that damage, it could have been a very different game, for sure. Just a couple things like that, and keeping the Damsel a little bit further back and popping her out for magic healing. Like, those little mistakes, I think, if corrected, could have made it a much, much closer game. Granted, Gotrek's still going ham here, guys. A couple Knights of the Realm charging, getting the good charge into the Wild Riders. Many of them do fall with Gotrek's help. We have a couple Peasant Mobs pushing back in. Trebuchets still doing some damage, actually. How many kills do the Trebs have? Looks like 26 on these ones and only 14 there. But it's kind of a foregone conclusion now because the Eternal Guard are going to get back there and shut them down. Also, the Way Watchers have enough to probably snipe Gotrek in open field if they want to, so they can just kind of save him for last. I know. Shock me saying, I know, man. Well, you know, I tend to stay up very late with Lady Turin, so my days start a little bit later. But it's kind of the cool part about YouTube, right? So you can get away with doing that. Which faction am I playing as? I'm currently not playing right now. I'm currently just casting. For anyone who's new, it might be a little bit tricky to tell from the interface, but no worries. Xiphos is the Shadow King, and if you guys are looking to see some Nagarythe or High Elf play, you'll also be seeing it from him on a very, very high level. Good luck, have fun being dropped by both players from earlier. I really, do like the Trebuchet tech. I thought that was good. And I think it could have allowed him to play a little bit more conservative and just kind of screen the archers out. Yeah, it would have been good. Satisfy the grudge! Thank you, Travis Alexa, for the very generous donation. And yeah, man, the grudge. Gotrek, well, Gotrek lived. He lived. He tried his hardest. So next we have Jugu Jugu 1. Perhaps a youngling coming to be slain by Xiphos. I'm not sure. Maybe a tournament player. See if he's here. All right. Very well played. That was a great game. Guac played nicely. He played a good game, man. Xiphos is certainly a very tough foe. We'll do a little Glacial Lake action. Mix things up a little bit. Yes. Send here. All right, so we're getting the friend code from our good friend here. So we need to add a friend to the friends list. All right. Great. So he'll be joining in just a second. Let's go ahead and open up some space. Xiphos says, that was close. Lewin was a bit too eager. Forgot to pray Vanoth Rema exists for a bit too long. Thank you, Guac. Appreciate it, man. Well played, dude. You played a great game. Did you see the video, Indie Pride's video on Falcone High Elf Doomstack video? No, I didn't check it out, no. But I'll take a look after the stream. Is there some sort of a bug that makes it kind of tricky? The peasants are still washing their grails, yeah, of course. All right, so we have Nickelback. It probably has something to do with Nickelback. Pretty funny stuff. All right. Xiphos, pick 3. Hey, welcome to the game, man. If this is one of your first King of the Hills, I hope facing Xiphos won't be too much of a traumatizing experience. But if you're a savvy tournament veteran, then good luck to you. Good luck either way. How to fight vampire counts as Skaven? It's a hard matchup. Yeah, it's hard. But honestly, Tiago Marks, if you're going to be fighting Skaven with Skaven against vampires, you need to have like a durable, I would say more of a box. So what I like to do is get Council Guard, Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, that the RORs, so you're getting Unbreakable Halberds, you're getting Immune to Psychology, you're getting Guardian. And then from there, I like to get a Warlock Engineer with the the Warp Armor that does a Mortis Engine to kill all the chaff units, and then Howling Warp Gale. That's the only spell you get on him to lock down the Vampire Flyers and trap them. And then from there, for your Lord, you can get like Lord Skrolk or something with his Rod of Corruption and Lieber, and just get his Summons and Scorch, or the Pestilent Breath, and a Hellpit Abomination, probably 2 or 3 Rat Ogres, some Skaven Slaves, and yeah, something along those lines. It's a box, though. You play a box. And if you have to face Hex Race, you just use Liber Bubonicus to like one-shot them. Honestly, it's like super easy to kill them. Yeah. And you also have Mortis Engine effect. Like you can get, or you could even get like a more durable Combat Lord and get a Plague Furnace. That's also very good for a second Mortis Engine effect. Yeah. Do I prefer High Elves, Dark Elves, or Wood Elves? Oh, High Elves or Dark Elves? Tough question. Let's see. Do you prefer High Elves or Dark Elves? I don't know, probably Dark Elves, yeah, honestly. I think their monsters are cooler. Like the Hydras and the Cryptus and stuff. Turin, no, they just talked about Bird Teclis and a Star. I don't feel like it's unbeatable. Like, we haven't seen that dominating. I mean, maybe in their one anecdotal experience of that one replay, it might have seemed that way, but I don't think it's unbeatable. High Elves build that's making tourneys change rules to counter, is it? Teclis on a Phoenix, a Star Dragon, Moon Dragon, 4 Spheres, and 4 Reaver Archers? Huh. I mean, it sounds strong for sure because you're getting a lot of healing and a lot of powerful single entities, but I wouldn't think that build would be broken, but I'll have to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the video, though, before I draw my conclusion. We will see. So, Nick, you ban 1 and pick now. So Xiphos is going to go Nagarythe, Chevaliers, and Argolin. He's just memeing here. Oh god. Yeah, Mark, didn't we play that? Didn't you use that build against me on a stream? I think you did back when I was playing in the King of the Hills. So it's going to be Vampire Coast versus Bretonnia or High Elves. So Xiphos is almost certainly going to be going with Nagarythe here. I would be willing to wager a pretty penny. Yeah. So Xiphos with the wild sub-faction picks. Yeah, I'll check out the video. I'll check out the video. Yeah, I mean, Wood Elf with the archers could take them out. It also depends on the matchup, you know? Yeah. Is it like one of those like clickbait things where you won't believe how tournament organizers are reacting to this build? Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, like Tempest is really good against that. Yes, and against Valkanos on prior streams. So, yeah, okay, so people have used that build against me, and I'm pretty sure I won those games. Right? I won the one, and then I think you won your game against Valkanos with it, I would imagine. But the games were close. It wasn't like the build was broken, and you guys are great players. Yeah, I don't think unbeatable is a proper way of... Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's interesting stuff, guys. I'll have to take a look at it. We're on Glacial Lake. It's Glacial Lake. Cool. So, Stephen Underhill, the saga, Star Wars with Tommy Wiseau, the full story turn. You must give this a view. Oh, I've seen it, dude. Yeah. Tommy asking Yoda, anyway, how's your sex life? 10 out of 10. I have seen that before, Stephen. Sorry I missed it. I saw you say that before, but yeah, chat was moving pretty quick there. Yeah. That's pretty funny, dude. Tommy Wiseau, a.k.a. King of the Dead. Oh my god, that was so funny on the head-to-head stream with King of the Dead when he was like doing Tommy Wiseau quotes. Oh, it was so good. So we are on Glacial Lake. It's going to be Nagarythe facing off against the Vampire Coast. So Xiphos is on a sub-faction, which actually does have unique units. You could actually see the unique Nagarythe unit here, which would be very, very cool. I hope he does it. I hope he does it. Yeah. Yeah. The Vampire Coast is here. Certainly a very strong faction. I think Vampire Coast versus High Elves is a pretty fun matchup. I actually think it's somewhat even. You know, Vampire Coast is pretty favorable in most situations, but you know, Vampire Coast does have two hard counters. I think that they're very, they have a very hard time with both Empire as well as the Dwarves. But against everyone else, I think they're pretty dominant, or at least very competitive. Yeah. Hey, Stephen Underhill, I'm glad you think so, man. I'm glad you think so. You were baiting that 10? No, I wasn't. Roseanne, why don't I do more? It's really just a time thing, because we have pretty different schedules. And honestly, I don't really bring much to the video anyways. It's like, you know, I'm like the Vanna White host. So I'm like, I figure he'll be able to get more done just by doing it on his own. Because I don't know anything about lore. Yeah. So Xiphos is here. I want to look at his army, but I also don't want to have to put up a screen blocker. The tease, the great tease. There are factions that have unique units in multiplayer, yes. So Nagarythe has access to the Shadow Walkers, I think is what they're called. They're like those weird hybrid kite units. Holy shit. No way, dude. That is no... Oh man, you almost made me curse out loud on stream. Holy sh... Okay, I gotta calm down, dude. That's so fucking much. God damn. He says, don't bother with pronouncing my name. Your Faction War series really helped me through some depression time. Never actually catch you live. Save some of the prize pool. Dude, holy shit, man. That's so much. Dude, at least maybe I can say the first part of your name. Oh man, dude, I have no idea how to say that. Min? I think Min would probably be like an accurate representation. Don't bother with pronouncing my name. Your Faction War series actually helped me through some depression time. I'm glad to hear that, man. And it'll be coming back soon. As soon as my crippled old hand heals up, we'll have more Faction Wars for you. And yeah, I'll definitely put some of this towards the prize pool for the next one. So you can be the official sponsor. Man, dude, thank you so much. That is so generous. And then Stephen Underhill as well, because Turin is amazing. Love you, brother. Dude, thank you, man. Right back at you. Holy shit. That is a lot, dude. That is a lot. And yeah, man. I really hope that's not a financial burden on you. Like, I really, really do. And we are happy to have you here, man. Dude, that's well, there you go, guys. Now we have a prize pool for the next faction war, which is going to be going down. Start when ready. Dude, man, thank you so much, man. Really big dong. Oh my god, dude, that is so much. Holy shit. Thank you, dude. Well, that certainly takes some stress off me in the next couple weeks because I won't be able to stream. But, dude, thank you. Steven Underhill. Min hype. Dude, I know. And yeah, Min, shoot me a message in Discord if you haven't. We'll have Lady Turin send you some cool art piece. Let me get an invite here. Faction wars are a ways off. Dude, I can't even believe it. It doesn't feel like that actually just happened. That is so generous, dude. Again, I really, really hope that's not a financial burden on you. And if it is, just let me know, dude, and I'll send some back. I just, dude, it feels too generous. Holy shit, man. I can't even focus right now. Well, thank you, dude. Again, I really hope it's not a burden. The trade agreement, yes. He wants a military alliance trade agreement, and he also wants me to declare war on my allies, yeah? I'll take it. The Great Dong. What is even happening, dude? Oh my god. And again, thank you guys both. Thank you, Min and Steven Underhill, dude. I really appreciate that. Please do shoot me a message on Discord. I want to thank you for that. That's a killer one right there. I also need to make it so the messages in Discord go, or the welcome messages go to a different chat. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's awesome, man. Because a lot of times I put forward the prize pool for the faction wars myself, but in this case, it's going to spare me having to do that. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Steven Underhill says, thank you so much. Loving this community. Yeah, we got a pretty awesome community for sure. I mean, it's very positive. People are very welcoming. I just hope that as we do progress into Game 3, we see some optimization for multiplayer. Like, quick battles need to be better. Like, because, yeah, like, getting people in Discords and, like, it's possible, but there's a ton of people out there who want to play multiplayer who may not watch YouTube or might not know about our channels, who are kind of missing out, you know? Yeah. So... the deal is you have to have a 24/7 stream fighting only Falcone playing Wood Elves. I would do it. If my hand worked, no problem. Man, thank you again, dude. That's really nice. The steel faith and gunpowder will be even stronger after my surgery. Don't you worry. Yeah, it's tomorrow at 10:30. Yeah, getting chopped up nice and good. I'm getting a ulnar nerve cubital tunnel release, carpal tunnel release. They're removing a cyst from on top of my flexor tendon, and they're also doing a release of my flexor tendon. So 4 procedures in one day. Many years of damage and problems being fixed in one fell swoop, hopefully. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So we're loading in here. It's going to be Coast vs. Nagarythe, which is a fun matchup. I actually really like this one. And Lithanar does actually have a niche here. He's pretty good at sniping artillery and or shooting characters like Count Noctilus and whatnot. I feel like a Lithanar needs a buff to his accuracy, though. It's very, very janky at the moment. Lola, are you in here? Lola, 1 sec, guys. Oh, there you go. Come on. What are you doing? One of our dogs was just hiding under the bed. Am I getting... No, they're not, like, replacing my tendon. They're just taking the pressure off it by releasing the sheath. Yeah, so it's not, like, as scary as, like, something like that. Will you be Palpatine weak? Yes, I'll be laying in bed, and I'll be like, Anna... My wife's name is Anna, so it's perfect. I'll be like, Anna, I'm too weak. I can't open this bottle of water. Help me. I'm gonna make her open all that stuff. Oh, my God. Anna, I'm too weak. I'm gonna use that line so much in the next couple weeks. Oh, my God. Oh my God. Stephen Underhill says at age 28, he's finally getting his crippling double vision fixed. Good to hear, man. It's time. In the words of Franz, no longer shall we suffer at the hands of these foul conditions. If you let them give you a cadaver tendon, you'll be a real-life necromancer. Wow. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. And here we are in the battle. Let's take a look. Ricky Bobby, dude, I love Talladega Nights. For the forces here of the coast, it's going to be a front line of deckhand mobs, obviously no surprise. And bombers are the other key to the equation because the front line, a lot of times ranger rushes or something in this matchup. And the deckhand mobs get minced by rangers. So having some zombie pirate gunnery mobs with bombers to clear out the infantry rush is pretty good. But you're playing Xiphos, so you're probably not going to get infantry rush too heavily. He's got 2 handguns at the back, Count Noctiluss on his giant peg leg beast, double mortar, a gunnery white on the crab, which actually gives you good single entity focus fire. And the night terrors in the back. You know what? I actually like this build. I think it's quite nice. It's a classic Romaine. Yeah, it's classic. And a couple Scurvy Dogs. This build's very good. I think it's well-rounded. It has answers for a lot of different builds. It can counter the rush. It can deal with the ranged using its mortars and Shade Wraith Gunners on top of Count Noctiluss. And it also has some healthy harass with the Scurvy Dogs. A lot of it's going to come down to execution. But I think this Vampire Coast build is very, very capable of winning. Now for the forces here of Xiphos. Oh, baby, the Shadow Walkers! Summoned by the massive $500 donation, the Shadow Walkers have appeared. These guys are a unique unit only to Nagarites. So they're pretty good in combat. 40, 27, 34. Which is actually more like 40 and 40 after Martial Mastery goes in. And they do also have poison on their ranged and melee attacks. Pretty cool unit. Not bad against Coast. Reavers to deal with the doggos. And in the back, it's going to be Archers into the Sunset. So 5 Archers, Spearmen all over the front line, which are actually Silver and Guard, mind you. 2 Reavers in the back. A Lithanar on foot. And it is also going to be a Mage of High Magic. And Skilder. Guys like you legit help people, depression like me, kind and genuine, engaging with us. Mad love, my dude. Also teach me to not suck with Wood Elves. Dude, glad to hear that it helps, man. Wood Elves, it's not. I'm not a good Wood Elf player, but honestly, if you join the Discord and shoot Xiphos a message or any of these great Wood Elf players, Falcone, I'm sure they'll be able to hook you up. So, Skilder, man, we're here for you, and hopefully you enjoy all the content here. We'll keep it going strong for you. So the first skirmish. Oh, look at this! The sneaky Scurvy Dog ambush, able to get on the Shadow Walkers here. But I mean, it's going to be okay. But then Xiphos comes in and is going to be able to hammer them pretty good using his Illyrian Reavers. And yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an even trade, I suppose. I think maybe the Vampire Coast came out a little bit ahead. Nonetheless, though, in the front line, those Shade Wraith Gutters and Count Noctiluss are pounding the Silver and Guard. Granted, I believe they do magic damage, and Silver and Guard have pretty good magic resist. So, and also the armor will help against bombers. So what needs to happen here is Xiphos needs to use his archers to actually just pound down the bombers before advancing his Silver and Guard. And the Shadow Walkers took a little bit of damage, only lost 6 models though, so it's really not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all, my friends. So here in the back we do have Count Noctiluss with his giant peg leg gun shooting into the archers, of course. For the Vampire Coast, they're going to want to take care of the archer line to the best of their abilities, hence the mortars and all the ranged assets. And on the flank here we do have the Reavers collapsing in. This is a great play because the bombers aren't going to be able to turn fast enough. And the Reavers should get some big damage and in many ways shut down this bomber line, which does open up the advance. So from here, the Silver and Guard can push in safely, and the bombers are going to be very distracted. On the far side, Xiphos does get the outplay. His Reavers are able to come in and pin down the Scurvy Dogs, which maybe there was a bit of a lapse in micro there. Both players saying good luck, have fun, which is always good. Forest Rooster says chat demands more Helm and Gorse builds. Well, you gotta talk to the players in the King of the Hill, man. But thank you so much for the $14.99, and I'll try and finagle some Helm and Gorse in here. Stephen Underhill, thanks again for the donation, dude. The battle rages on. Bombers in the front, a little bit tattered from the archer play here of Xiphos. The map is certainly, I would say, a good one for Elves. It's a little bit close quarters. Granted, mortars don't have crazy range anyway, so I guess it's a pretty even circumstance. But these bombers are being worn down. Silver and Guard are in pretty good shape, and it looks like the entire front line of the coast has been compromised. If you see, there's one unit of deckhand mobs here, but these guys are crumbling. These bombers are pretty much offline. There are a couple other peeling pieces, and you also have to remember that Vampire Coast can drop some summons. So, for example, Noctiluss could use his Roth's Moondial, or some of his other stuff here to drop some fat, juicy summons and blob up the Silver and Guard. As far as the Shadow Walkers, let's go ahead and watch these guys. They're now shooting, and I'm not sure where they're going after. I think the Shadow Walkers should probably scoot in and go after the mortar in the back if they can. We do also have these Morgulls in the back as well. The Morgulls are quite crazy. Yeah, look at these guys. The Night Terrors. The Terrors in the night swooping in. Juan Orozco, donation hype return. Let's get it to 1,000. Thank you so much, dude. That is hype indeed. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Forrest, Steven, Skilder, you guys are aces, man. Here in the back, it looks like the Moonbow was actually used by Lithanar. And the Moonbow is very, very good at sniping artillery. So you can see it takes out one of the mortar crews. it's definitely quite solid. So this mortar's almost offline. This one is offline as well. Currently, I think High Elves are in a bit of a commanding position. However, a big however, we still do have the Mourngulls, a Gunnery Wight, plus also Noctilus, all who are in pristine health. And on top of that, the Shade Wraith Gunners are still functional, but they're facing the wrong way. So he definitely needs to turn them around. He was probably running from something and just forgot to reorder them. But yeah, he needs to turn around here and start getting those Shade Wraith Gunners shooting. So nice summon here. He does drop a summon of the Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs to block this Silver and Guard advance, which is quite good. It's going to buy some time for Noctil. Silver and Guard will barely take any damage. Their 75 armor and 54 melee defense is a great counter against the very low melee attack of, 17 on Deckhand mobs, so they'll be totally fine. The Shadow Walkers are kiting. They are being hunted now by the Mourngulls, but this is actually kind of a cool thing for the Shadow Walkers because they do have the poison shafts. They put the speed down of the Night Terrors to 34, which means the 40 speed of the Shadow Walkers should equate to infinite kite as long as Xiphos is on top of this and is paying attention. So that's actually a really cool play, kind of occupying those guys. Now back in the main battle line, the High Elf Archer line is still functional. A couple of them are beat up, but for the most part, all 5 are still shooting and have good ammo. So there's pretty much going to be 100% ammo efficiency here with Xiphos. He's probably going to be able to empty all of those pools out, which is pretty crazy for sure. So now Count Noctiluss falls back. The Arcane Conduit is here. Going to give him a little bit more Winds of Magic for summons. Some of the Halberds are rushing in, trying to save the Shade Wraith Gunners, but when your Deck Gunners have to start running, you know things are looking a little bit dire. And the Moonbow does miss. Count Noctiluss has probably been getting attacked the entire time by Elithanar, which is good. You know, he's got 355 missile strength, good AP, certainly can cut through that 75 armor no problem. And the Night Terrors are basically engaged here against some Reavers, it looks like. And the Shadow Walkers are still here, only 36 kills, not the worst, not the best. Not bad, not good. And the battle rages on. Balance of Power is pulling more and more High Elf favored, as the the Vampire Coast is having to fight with their reserves now, so the Halberds are having to get in there, and they're actually fighting Rangers. And like I said, Rangers are masterful at killing the units here. And down goes Big Peg Leg. I have to say though, Nickelback here played very well. He played a great game. I mean, he's obviously playing a very good player, and a couple little mistakes with his Deck Gunners and some things overextending here and there. The Scurvy Dogs getting caught was also really bad. Oftentimes, when you're playing Vampire Coast against High Elves, I recommend not using Scurvy Dogs on the flanks. So you don't necessarily go up and around. Keep them like here and then slip them up and through the middle, like right up the front. If there's a gap in the infantry line, you rush up and get the archers that way. People are often much less prepared to protect frontline charges because everyone expects a flank charge, right? Like everybody and their dog and their mom and their extended family. But if there's something like that, you can go right up the middle. People don't expect it. Anyways, that's going to be game. Elithanar and the boys pulling out a big W. Down goes the Gunnery Wight, marching forward to his demise. The mighty Crabman charging, taking some giant shafts to the face from Elithanar. But it's not going to be enough, man. It's not going to be enough. And down goes the Beastie. The Crab is going to teabag him on the way out, and that is going to be it. So, you don't get a lot of Elves on my streams, but now we're actually getting some good Elvish play here from Xiphos. Next up is going to be Captain Ventress. Sounds like a superhero name. Wait, Captain Ventress, isn't that from like Clone Wars or something? Captain Ventress. Captain Ventress wanted to be moved to number 10, so we'll move on to Emu Packer. Cool. Xiphos will go up to 2 wins on today's King of the Hill. I believe he just played in another one too. I don't know if he won that. All right, guys. So we have a donation from Roman Bowman. Happy birthday, Turin. Okay, it's close enough to my birthday now that, I'll just accept it. My birthday is on the 12th, so you guys you're all good here. Roman Bowman, thank you so much for the $3. Juan Orozco, thank you for the $24.99. And Forrest Rooster, thank you for the $14.99 as well. I love the 99-cent thing. It just feels so American. Well, for $14.99, no, it's not $14, it's $15. There's tax. Xiphos is on 2. Have you thought about doing an autogen King of the Hill? There's actually a bit of an issue with autogen. Yeah, Nicholas, you did great, man. You played a great game. Hold that head up. Hold it up proud. You played great, man. So now we have Emu Packer coming into play. What do you think about Lord of the Rings trilogy? Oh, dude, it's my favorite. Those are my favorite movies of all time. There's no comparison. Lord of the Rings hits like every emotion for me. It's just the best. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, dude. The best. The Hobbit, not so much. I still enjoyed it, but so yeah, we are on A move now. We'll keep this party going. Who is a better Wood Elf player, Xiphos or Falcone? I don't know. They both play differently. Like Xiphos plays Kite, Wood Elf, and then Falcone usually plays Rush. So it's just they have different play styles. I think it's too hard to say. Yeah. I live in California. Yeah. How would CA bounce Nagash for Game 3? Honestly, like they're going to bounce it just like you would bounce like Lord Mazda Money, for example. Like Slans are obscenely powerful in lore. But you just do something similar to Nagash, right? Like make him a relatively expensive spellcaster, and you'll be fine. Skilder says, stop it, Turin. Every day is your birthday. Embrace it. You know, it kind of feels like it, man. On today's stream, it feels like my birthday. We'll just call it the birthday stream today. Thank you so much, Skilder. Falcone says, I am. Oh, I am. Zyphos, better Waywatcher player, though. And Waywatchers are reason Wood Elves are so good. So Falcon saying he is perhaps the better player. I'm not sure if that's what you're trying to say, Falcon, but if it is, cool. You would know better than me. Zyphos is better Waywatcher player, though. Okay, and Waywatchers are the reason they're good. Okay, fair enough, man. Falcon coming in with the swagger, man. I mean, look, the Dark Lord himself has won 3 of the 4 Eternal Challenger League seasons. Ever chosen champ. I think Falcon is hands down the best tic-tac-toe player. There's no one out there that can rival his tic-tac-toe play also. Zyphos picks 3. All right. Do you know the movie Dragon Blade with Jackie Chan? I may have seen it. I've watched a lot of his old movies, but I don't recall it off the top of my head. California is the end times right now, a little bit. Yeah, Stephen Underhill for sure, man. It feels like it sometimes. Oh, yeah, we got to do the map. We'll do the Estalian Tomb. Map set. Turn, dude, I demand a best of 5 Wood Elf mirror match between Falcon and Zyphos. I would do it if they want to. Everybody in chat wants the mirror match. Oh my god. Tic-tac-toe needs a nerf, I know. Falcon won the last faction war playing, the open faction war playing tic-tac-toe the entire time. It was pretty insane. The Estalian Tomb isn't a rush map. It's pretty decently sized, Zyphos. The Estalian Tomb is like a mid-sized map, dude. You have tons of trees to hide in also. This is a very elf-friendly map, Zyphos. Come on, man. So it's going to be, okay, so they haven't done their picks and bans yet. There are plenty of trees. I'm giving them some trees. So Falcon in chat says, last mirror versus Zyphos, I won. Streamed it as well, but as I said, Zyphos is a better Waywatcher player. All right, so the duel has happened before. Yeah. And there you have it. This is a fine map. It is a fine map. Come on now. Hey, Garland Green, thank you for the tenor, man. I don't see a message with that, but I hope you're doing well and staying safe at work, which I would imagine you're at work right now. We need the Sons of Sigmar, I know. Most successful faction in battle? Oh, that's too hard of a question. There's not really data collected on that, so I couldn't give you an accurate answer. Oh, man. So Dark Elves, High Elves, and Bretonnia. Dark Elves, High Elves, and Bretonnia. He picks Bretonnia against... oh, wow, okay. So he picks... A-Move is going to pick Wood Elves banning Bretonnia. Zypho says, I always play on this map. It's so tiny. Well, you're playing against Wood Elves. I mean, kiting isn't going to be as much of a thing anyways. So Zyphos has the option of playing High Elves or Dark Elves against Wood Elves, which is fine. Honestly, I think High Elves have an even matchup here, right? Jabba the Hutt, I'm not sure, man. Yeah, not sure. Have you ever played Warlords Battlecry 3? No, I haven't. No. I haven't played that. I know, Mr. Jabber. It's tricky. I could, perhaps. I mean, for my tournaments, at least. I could go look at all my ECL replays and do that. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Actually, no, home on sick leave. No message, just supporting. Hey, cool, man. Garland, appreciate it. Yeah, Happy Puppy, I saw that. Arrow is running some data collection and stuff. It's going to be cool. And the Crumpin Cup, yes. I did watch the Crumpin Cup. It was very early in the morning, so I had to watch the replay afterwards, but it was quite a bit of fun. Something to consider, which I noticed during the Crumpin Cup, is that when people are casting tournaments, or just doing replay casting, you always want to turn your cinematic smoothing up. It's a much more pleasant viewing experience. So basically you go to your game settings and you just turn your cinematic smoothing down low so that when you move it like glides more so than like hard cuts. Yeah. It's something that I see a lot of content creators, even bigger ones who don't use it. And I really do think it makes a big difference. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, Falcone, Falcon won the previous faction war too with very stiff competition using Wood Elves also. That was awesome with the Mel Gibson rush at the end. Dude, I love garlic bread, bro. It's so good, Romaine. Oh, yeah. Anything with garlic. Like, garlic is like the... I used to live near Gilroy, California, the garlic capital of the world, and dude, it was so good. So it's going to be Wood Elves versus High Elves here. Another elf showdown. Yeah. Alex Troutman, that would be very funny. Wolf Stellier, hey, glad to hear that, man. Echelon, thank you for the $5. He says, in your opinion, what is Falcon's biggest weakness? Oh, dude, I don't know if there is too many. As a longtime viewer for about 3 years now, just getting a chance to show my appreciation. I don't know, Falcon, what would you say is your biggest weakness? Because, like, even if I were to look at my own playstyle, I couldn't even tell you my biggest weakness. I guess I would say playing, like, elf factions. But, like, is that really a game weakness? Or does that kind of fall in the same purview? Because if you include that, you could just, like, look at the factions he doesn't really play, right? And then just say that's his weakness, is when he gets put on those factions. Yeah, so Falcon, somebody in chat was asking, what do you think is your biggest weakness? Pretend like it's a job interview, and they're asking you, how in job interviews they're like, well, what would you say is your biggest weakness? And you have to, like, turn it into some, like, positive bullshit or something. But, yeah, what would you say, man? What would you say? No, Job, I don't. Falcon's biggest weakness is the forest. Falcon says using Way Watchers is his biggest weak point. So essentially what that means, if Falcon is saying Way Watchers are his biggest weakness and that he's not great at using them, if you are playing against his Wood Elves, you can essentially in many ways bank on not having to worry about Way Watchers, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? Well, Trogdor. Yeah, I think he'll share. Yeah. Dread Saurians are his biggest weakness? No, I don't think so. Ladies are his weakness? What? Oh my god, you guys are getting out of control in chat. Alright, so looks like both players are ready. Zypho's taking a little bit of time with his builds today, but we're hanging out. We're having a good time. I don't mind some downtime here. Yeah. Lack of Krell? Oh man, okay. I really wish Krell could be brought as a separate character, but only if you bring Heinrich Kemmler. Like, I would love if Heinrich Kemmler was selected, you could, like, it unlocks Krell as a pick. Dude, that would be so cool, man. I would love that. Because I hate that Krell as a summon. I'd rather pay gold for him and have him stay around. Falcon says, I'm really good at losing. You just don't see it a lot on my channel, I suppose. Somebody in chat says Falcon's biggest weakness is Russian internet connection. Yeah. Internet's been pretty dicey out here. I mean, it's good most of the time, but then there's weeks at a time where it's just god-awful. Well, Khorne will certainly be getting some Elvish blood here in this matchup. I played, so guys, I actually played a 40k game against Dogbert from Creative Assembly the other day. We played on Tabletop Simulator, and we had a tie. And we tied. It was his Eldar against my Death Guard. In the very last turn of the game, I literally just had to roll a hit with my this plasma pistol to tie the game. It was insane. I can't wait to start getting some more 40k content back up on the channel. Yeah. Wicked D saying, I don't know, Falcon's internet is way better than Lag of the Dead. King of the Lag. King of the Lag has been having some issues for sure. Yeah. Okay, so Falcon in chat saying, my connection is good. Zypho still holds a positive win rate versus him. You guys just don't know it because the only matchups you've seen have been on my channel. But in community tournaments, Falcon is saying that Zypho still has a positive win rate against him. But you guys just don't see it because it's not on my channel. It's a very humble thing to say, man. For sure. King of the Lag is King of the Dead. Yeah, it's a running joke now. Kemmler does have his own faction. Yeah, that'd be cool. Skilder, if he got like his own kind of sub-faction character thing. Yeah. I know, the Lag of the Dead thing is so funny. Oh, man. Oh, thank you guys again so much for your generous support today, man. It's just out of control. Yeah, Falcon's got that Moscow internet, which is pretty good. It's more your PC, right, Falcon, that gives you issues? Because I remember you saying you needed to upgrade your PC. You and Arrow both do, man. Arrow's PC is definitely definitely potatoes sometimes. Do you play anyone else in 40k other than Death Guard? Yes, I do. I play Death Guard. I have a small Thousand Suns force. I have a fairly substantial Black Legion force. I have an Emperor's Children small force as well, which I often mix all of those. So I have a big Chaos collection. I play most of the Chaos. I play Chaos Space Marines, Death Guard, Thousand Suns. I don't play Demons though. I don't have any Chaos Demons really. I mean, I have some Nurglings and some Poxbringers, but I don't really like truly play them. I just kind of soup them in. But now in 9th edition, souping is terrible. You have to spend so much CP unless it's like really, really important. Yeah. All right, guys. It is time. Let us go ahead and get to this scrap. It's going to be Xiphos defending his King of the Hill strap. Coming in with Spearmen, Rangers, and more Spearmen. Obviously, you don't need super elite troops here. On top of that, he does have the Lothern Sea Guard. Lothern Sea Guard with shields do have the silver shield, so can trade somewhat efficiently in some of these missile trades. And triple Dragon Prince. So if anybody knows how to play against Wood Elf missile play, it's going to be Xiphos. Triple Dragon Prince. He does actually have some Swordmasters. Very interesting. Maybe a tech piece against like a Dryad Rush or Azrai Spears or something. I'm not really sure. Nick, I'm going to be out for about an hour and 15 minutes. But like, yeah, it's kind of a rushy map. It's close quarters, but I feel like there's a lot of space to work with. And like the trees, you can lay like tons of ambushes. But yeah, anyways, I doubt he's going to get rushed by the Wood Elves. It is not a Falcone playing. So for the Force of A move Hacker, he's got triple Waywatcher, classic stuff, and he is going to be coming in with the Branch Wraith because pendulum effects are super good against High Elves, especially against like the Lothern Sea Guard and Spearmen and things like that. He's got a Glade Lord with Pravenoth Rama, I would imagine. Yes, a ton of Eternal Guard, Sisters of Thorn, and 2 groups of Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips. Very interesting stuff for sure. So a lot of people, always will articulate that they never see High Elves winning, but now's your stream. We've seen them win once. Yeah. The super annoying text-to-speech thing on Discord. Yeah, I'll still be recording content while I'm recovering, but I just won't be playing games, really. I'll probably be doing, like podcast-type things. I probably, as a matter of fact, will start, like, a podcast video series where we just get people in the community to come and talk about and just shoot the shit and talk about random things, both campaign and multiplayer. Yeah, I played against Hugo. Yeah, I played against him quite a bit, Franco, in early access way back when. There's replays up of it on my channel. Yeah, he's a good player, yeah. I wouldn't say, he's one of the best players out there, but he's good, for sure. Yeah. And now, guys, the battle is underway. The Waywatchers are advancing forward. They're going to be unleashing a massive salvo of fire here into the Spearmen, it looks like. Very interesting choice. Because Waywatcher ammunition is like precious gold, man. You really, really got to go. You gotta protect it at all costs. Because Xiphos is going to be more than happy for Waywatcher ammunition to be used on the Spearmen here. So, we will see. Oh, A-Move Hacker is a very, very good player as well. Correct. Yeah, we'll be doing like a podcast format. It's going to be fun. I'm not really sure. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. Yeah, because Xiphos actually turned and ran. So then their backs get turned and their silver shields don't apply. If he had stood, they would have taken substantially less damage. But, every time they turn and run is an opportunity to kind of shoot them in the back. Do you recommend any other YouTubers? It depends on what you're looking for. Of course I would. There's tons of great content creators out there. There's a lot of creators, too, who are like super, not big mainstream YouTubers, but folks who, stream on Twitch and have up-and-coming YouTube channels. These tournament players who have really fun, engaging streams as well. So I'll do a video on that for sure. Because right now it'd be hard for me to list everyone. I want to make sure I get everyone I'm thinking about here, but yes, there are a lot of players I would recommend. So A-Move Hacker, circling about with his Waywatchers, getting a little bit of good value here against the Lothern Sea Guard, and now it looks like Xiphos is going to be taking the initiative and moving up, it looks like, with not all of his stuff. We'll see. Got Dragon Princes, his Swordmasters, he is hiding in the back, saving for the late game, it looks like. And now there's going to be an Earthblood going down to help mitigate some of the incoming damage. So the Lothern Sea Guard will be taking some heavy shots, but they also have some healing, and, they are returning the favor here. Yeah. They are returning the favor indeed. So the Wood Elves, I'm curious about their target priority. Are they going to be meticulously focusing down the Lothern Sea Guard? It looks like they are. Lothern Sea Guard, again, pretty durable against such missile fire. Some of the ones on the other side are shooting in as well. They're looking like a bit of an even trade. Definitely got to watch out for the Pigeon Queen. He does have Alariel the Radiant. A single Pravenoth Rama could lose him the game, but I think Xiphos is probably very, very aware of this. Yes, my doctor for tomorrow's surgery is French. Yeah. He is. He's an awesome guy, man. He's so nice. He took so much time in making sure he addressed all of my issues, and was a really, really cool doctor. Big props to him, man. Alariel the Radiant is here. She's sitting there, a little bit danger close to this Wood Elf army. You can see A-Move right now is kind of like rotating his Way Watchers around this way, I think he's going to be setting up for a snipe on Alarielle. I really get that feeling. So the Spearman walls do clash. The wet noodle contest of the ages has begun. We will see how this engagement goes. Lothern Seaguard at the back, still unleashing fire, getting damage where they can, but also shooting into the silver shields. The big factor in this game is going to be how it unfolds with the Dragon Princes. Like, are the Dragon Princes going to be able to get those good engagements? Ooh, a big pendulum going down, but a little bit off cast angle there. Yeah, it still did really good damage, but it could have done even more if it had been right down the pipe, but it was still a good cast, for sure. You got to do all these things on the ropes, and, you know, it's quick. It's quick. So Glade Riders with Hagbane tips circling about, I think maybe just wanting to poke the Dragon Princes and keep them at bay, but man, Xiphos is playing a super patient game. Like, neither of these players are really wanting to commit too heavily. This is going to be good for Lothern Seaguard, shooting into the Sisters of Thorn, who have 15 armor and no shields. They do have physical resist, but it's not the most in the world, so... It is not the most in the world. And yes, the battle continues to unfold. The Glade Riders with Hagbane tips, shooting happily into the Dragon Princes, but I feel like Xiphos, what he's doing right now, if I had to like look at his overall strategy and just articulate it, I feel like he's keeping all his princes back. He's keeping back all his swordmasters, like hiding in the trees back here, I think. Or did he emerge them? He did bring them out. But he's keeping back all of his elite troops, and he's trying to force a move hacker to waste all of his Waywatcher fire on the Lothern Seaguard and or the Spearman. And once he does that, I think once the ammunition is low enough, I think he'll then press in with the princes. But, you know, we saw this with the game against Guac and Bretonnia. Sometimes if you get a little bit overzealous against Waywatchers, they can really punish you. But I think playing the patient game and running them out of ammo isn't a bad idea either, especially considering all the Spearmen. And Lothern Seaguard are a very effective trading mechanism. You can see here that a move hacker actually comes up to try and shoot the Dragon Princes, who are pretty far back. Xiphos with his first letting them get caught this game. And yeah, the thing is, if the Swordmasters are alive in the late game too and the Waywatchers don't have ammo, there's not going to be a whole lot here that can really take them out. So we'll see. Lothern Seaguard are now shooting into the Waywatchers, who have lost some models. 39 on these ones, 40 here, and it looks like these guys are still rocking the juicy full health. Pendulum is by far one of the best mechanics against High Elves in the game. It is so good. Like, so many of their formations are just so tightly packed that the Pendulum is so... I mean, that's when you play Norska against High Elves, for example, Seafang plus Pendulum and or Burning Head, depends on how spicy you're feeling. They're all very, very good against a High Elf roster. Pendulum definitely better, though, because the Burning Head struggles against armor, and sometimes you do have armor on the High Elf roster. Anyways, here, Waywatchers are shooting into the Lothern Seaguard. They're getting wrecked pretty good. Ammunition for the Waywatchers is at about 40%, give or take. So it's getting a little bit worn down. Man, Xiphos playing a very, very patient game here. And he still has some Spearmen. Lothern Seaguard still shooting. A little bit of damage trade going on. But yeah, look at this. Dragon Princes and Swordmasters just kind of cackling in the back. He has 2 Princes here. I could have sworn there was 3. Yeah, there's a third one here too. And yeah, if ammunition runs out and the Dragon Princes are all still healthy, I don't think there's going to be anything that can defeat those Princes and the Swordmasters. We have Earthblood, Tempest, in case there was a Flying Glady. Pravenoth Rema, not Pravenoth Rema, but the Foz Protection as well. So these Spearmen are pulling back, trying to kite the Wardens of Sithril, who've taken a little bit of damage. I actually think Xiphos might go for a charge here, if he can overextend them. But no, A-Move Hacker is pretty privy to this, and he is going to be kind of prepared. So we will see how this goes. Spearman, 39 models against 47, a bit of a wet noodle contest, like I said. I don't know who wins in a vacuum, actually. It's hard to say. Spearmen have much better starting stats, the High Elf ones, but once their martial mastery is gone, it becomes a bit of a interesting conundrum there. Ammunition getting danger low. Getting danger low. I really, really do like this play from the High Elves. It might look like he's like losing the game, but I think it's just it's a long-term plan, long-term execution, because so many of the high-value, heavy cav units are in perfect health. I think in total, he's lost 1 of the Dragon Princes. And I really like that he's kind of scooting up that Dragon Prince as well and like baiting out the ammunition. Like he comes up, he teases, you know, he waves the pickle there a little bit, but he doesn't give it to his opponent. You know, he's doing his thing. Ilaria the Radiant is on the hunt. She's going after the Glade Riders. 90 speed on her unicorn or whatever she's riding. Her barded unicorn. Might be able to get some engagements there, and this is actually really good for Xiphos here. The Lothern Seaguard are shooting directly into the Hagbane Tips, who've looks like they kind of forgot about them for a minute, and he did lose some serious models here. And you guys can see, look at the bounce of power. Like, he hasn't even really been fighting the Wood Elf army, and he's pulling ahead on the bounce of power. And now comes the Death Thrust. The mighty Dragon Princes charge in and just lance down those Eternal Guard. They buy some ammo and they pull back, but a really nice Pravenoth Rema coming in from A-Move Hacker. He is able to lock down those Princes there and should be able to get some follow-up fire. But now that Pravenoth Rema is used, the other Dragon Princes could certainly sweep in, but Bounce of Power is pulling more and more in the favor here of the High Elves, as ammunition is a huge factor in the Bounce of Power. I don't know, something so funny about a pickle being waved. I don't know what it is. Like, even if you like look outside of the phallic sense of it, just somebody waving a pickle is just, I don't know, it's so hilarious. Anyways, here, the Dragon Princes are now swooping in, but they are slowed by the Curse of On-Rare, which is quite good. It does slow those guys down. The other princes, I mean, all of them are more or less in good shape. And now it's time for the High Elves to come in for the Death Thrust. Yeah, Dragon Princes directly through the spears and into the juicy, juicy lines here, getting the Fau's protection also to make them super tanky with 140 armor. And these princes are able to collapse on the Sisters of Thorn. And Zypho's putting on a clinic here. If you guys want to, like I said, learn how to play these High Elves, they're doing it, man. It's just Star of Avalorn will keep these models from dying too. They've been fighting spears for a good minute here, and the Fau's protection plus the Star, basically the free instant cast regrowth, able to keep them going strong. And now the Way Watchers are pretty much just offline here. I don't think A-Move Hacker has any chance. And now, like, on top of all that, the Swordmasters, what a weird tech piece. Like, I would never think, yeah, Swordmasters in this matchup. But Swordmasters are going to dunk on these infantry. And there's no Way Watchers to shoot them. There's no cav left to really deal with them. Like, the Swordmasters are going to cut through these guys like butter. And here are the Dragon Princes in the back, still doing their thing, quite happy, running over the archers and spears. But yeah, Dragon Princes are just running rampant. The only threat to, like, stop them is going to be the Prey of Anathrema, you know, with the Way Watcher focus, but yeah, that is quite nasty. A truly good execution here. Belariel the Radiant chasing down some of those units. The Glade Lord with a bit of a last attempt here, who's actually out of ammo. The Glade Lord has run fully out of ammo. Dragon Princes just making mincemeat of these Way Watchers in the forest here, so somebody wanted Elves to lose. Well, I guess you were 100% going to get that here in this match. And Zyphos with a masterclass showcase of High Elf versus Wood Elves there. Very, very patient. Just like we talked about, Bretonnia pretty much plays it the same way, I think. You wait for them to run out of ammo by baiting them, and then you just like go in for the kill in the end. Man, that was a really, really good game. GG, well played. So next up on our list, we have Wagenstein, a very, very solid greenskin player. We'll see if they can bring down Zyphos. And cool. Okay. See if Wagenstein is here. Let's open up another spot. And there we go. Now we're just hanging out, guys. Yeah, that was really good. The Blood Elves, yeah, no. I actually liked Blood Elves a lot in Warcraft, like in Warcraft 3. Like, I love the way that Spellbreakers look. They're so cool. So Wagenstein is here. Let's go ahead and find a map. We'll put him on Galbras. Let's put him on something. We'll do the Engui map set. Zyphos, pick 3. So Wagenstein, certainly a very fearsome opponent. Falcone saying GG, Elves won. They did. No surprise there. I bet on Elves, easy win. Yeah, you must be raking it in, man. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, like, it hurts to see ammo used on Seaguard, but what choice does he have? Because, like, the heavy cavalry is sitting back, and the Seaguard will shoot at you. Like, you have to do something. Yeah, it's hard. That was a really, really good showcase there. A-Move, a StarCraft reference. So A-Move is just an RTS reference more so. It's like, 'cause if you just A-Move, it means you hit A and then give a move order. So your army just attacks and moves. It's a reference to like the RTS genre in general. I know it is Colin Byrne. It's a pretty brutal circumstance. Zyphos tic-tac-toe game. I think if we're going to see tic-tac-toe, we might have to summon Falcone. Yeah, we might have to summon him from the depths. Falcone did win the last King of the Hill, though. So how I do it with King of the Hills now is it's a random sign-up. And needs Wild Riders. Yeah, there wasn't too many, was there, Loopy? Okay, so Zyphos goes Chevaliers, Nagarath, and Wood Elves again. So, yeah, we'll see what Wagenstein wants to do here. But what was my train of thought? I was talking about... They went to Kalimdor, I think, yeah. We had something interesting to say about the matchup. What a subfaction flex, says Wagenstein. The thought will come back to me. Oh man, Command and Conquer. I loved Red Alert 2. The Hell March is so awesome, that theme song. Who here played Red Alert Command and Conquer? Like, number 2. Dude, that was the best. Oh, I loved the conscript rushes. Like the Zeppelins, and oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. What's up, Shidoku? Hope you're doing well, man. So Wagenstein gets the ban one. I mean, he's basically... It's funny because picking a subfaction with Wood Elves, like, nobody uses the Legendary Lords that often anyways. I mean, occasionally Durthu, but... so it really is, like, doesn't hamper them at all. Yeah. Dude, the Red Alert, yeah, +1. Hell yeah, guys. Let it rain in chat. Red Alert Command and Conquer 2 was so good. Yeah, I played that game a lot. If you ain't spamming your base with Tesla coils, dude, Tesla coils, yes! I played Red Alert 1 on my freaking PlayStation in the 90s. They had it on PlayStation. It was like super hard to play because it was an RTS, but dude, oh my god. Remastered Red Alert 2 incoming. Dude, I will play that on the channel 100%. Is the remastered version of Red Alert 2 out yet? I never played 3, actually. I didn't play Homeworld, no. Yeah, the Mirage tank is a tank that pretends to be a tree. As much as I want to announce my own sub-faction, I just can't give you that advantage. Woggetstein playing some mind games here with Zyphos. I would, yeah, Tiberian Sun got weird, but was still fun. I might have played those ones. The only one that really I remember is Red Alert 2. Mirage tanks are futuristic widows. Yeah, you guys remember playing on PlayStation? Oh my god, dude. Skilder, that's so long ago. You must be around my age then. Tiberian Sun is your favorite? You fell in love with Generals? Yeah, Generals was good too. I played that. Yeah. Yeah, the Tesla turrets were so fun. Homeworld, okay. We're getting some good RTS talk here, guys. Dude, the Dune RTS was really good. Yeah, I love the Dune RTS. I thought with House Harkonnen and Atreides, and I forget what the other ones are called, but dude, the Dune RTS was really cool. When the giant sandworms would come up, like you could lay the thumping, like and it creates a vibration and summons the sandworm. Dude, it is so cool. I love the Dune RTS game. I forgot all about that until you reminded me, man. How old am I? I'm 31, turning 32 in 4 days. Yeah. Crazy Ivan Rush. Try Red Alert 3. You know, you see, the thing is, if my hands get better, I can like just play games for fun, like other games. Yeah. The Dune RTS was really good, man. So, it's going to be greenskins. Have they done their picks and bans yet? Oh, ban Chevaliers and picks greenskins. All right, so it's going to be greenskins against, looks like Nagarath. Man, this is cool. This is cool. Never played the Dune game, but yeah, I'm excited for the Dune franchise to become a series as well. Sorry, Les Gray. Yeah, it was really fun. Happy birthday. You guys have been telling me it's my birthday for like... No, my birthday's on July 12th. Yeah. Have you ever played the Dune board game? No, I haven't. No, I'd play it though, for sure. I love playing board games. I'm a year older than PewDiePie. Yeah. PewDiePie just living in his mansions. Yes, Valnir, I'll probably start playing Blood Bowl again. Dude, I'm going to be doing so many streams. If it actually... All right, so the thing is, even though I'm getting this surgery, there's no guarantees it's going to fix my problem, right? It's just... There's a chance it won't, and then I'll have to go back to the drawing board, but... If it does fix it, though, dude, there's going to be like so much more content in streams. Oh my god, guys. Ecthelion, which legendary lord is best in multiplayer and why is it Tretch Craventail? I actually was just thinking about recording a video on the worst legendary lords, and Tretch is by far in the top 3. He is so god-awful. But to answer your question, I think the best legendary lord in multiplayer might be Luther Harkin. He's just such a hard carry and so oppressive. I think Luther is probably one of the best lords in all of multiplayer. Yeah. Yeah. Hands down. Age of Mythology was really cool, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Will I stream for my birthday? Maybe, maybe not, Juan. I'm not sure. Because I'm going to be recovering, so it depends. Yeah, maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do something indeed. I'll think of something fun. All right, so we got Greenskins versus Nagarath here. Looks like the players are ready. Ready up. Says let's boogie. Says Woggetstein. Woggetstein actually, I think, is a newer player, but I played against him with my Empire, and we had a very close game. Like, I just barely won, and he played really, really tight. Vlad is the best. Vlad is a cool lord. He's very good in campaign. I actually think that Vlad is one of the stronger campaign lords. Like, the fact that he starts with 2 legendary lords and those, like, 2 hero characters is so strong. Yeah. Malekith is good, Mole Spaghetti, but like Malekith doesn't single-handedly just like, I mean, yeah, he can, but Luther is just like so annoying to kill and like such a good duelist. Oh, it's insane. West, I'd probably play some League of Legends just with my wife, yeah, because she plays. Yeah. X86 guy, hey, no worries, man. Everyone has their opinions. All right, guys, it is time. Archeon is actually not bad now. I like Archeon a lot in the Norskin matchup. I use him as a main pick, not a meme pick. I love Archeon in some matchups. So for the forces of Wagetstein, it's going to be Skarsnik, so the Rampage is going to be big. He's got a giant River Troll Hag. Frontline's going to be some Night Goblin Fanatics mixed in with some Nasty Skulkers and some Bacon Cav. So he's got the Broken Tusk Mob and some Orc Boar Boys, some Savage Orcs. Actually a fairly big Cav army. It's going to be 3 Bacon Cav plus a Doomdiver Catapult hiding in the shadows. Doomdiver's really good here because you put it behind these trees and it can shoot up and over into the army here of the High Elves, which is quite solid. Chaotic Blizzard, my right hand is the one that I'm having surgery on, but they're both messed up. But I'm going to eventually have to get it on my left hand too, but my left hand is like far better. My right hand is really, really crippled, but my left hand has similar problems, but it's not as bad. Yeah. I know Falcone raises a very valid argument. You know, we had a big tournament with 70 people and Tic-Tac-Toe won the entire thing. So, I mean, following that logic, he must be the most powerful lord in the game. How else could that tournament have been won? What other factors could have perhaps taken foot? But anyways, yeah, pretty cool Greenskin army. The Bacon Cav, you know, certainly decent against Silver Helms and Reavers. And yeah, Doomdiver's nice. And of course, with a build like this, if you catch your opponent in one good Rampage, it can end the game. So for Zyphos, he's got triple Shadow Warrior. Shadow Walker. No. So 2 Shadow Walkers, which are the unique Naggarite unit. And they're going to be mixed in with Shadow Warriors as well. So he's got 4 Shadow Warriors, 2 Shadow Walkers, a Lore Master of Hoeth with Spirit Leech and Earthblood, a Lithanar. And aside from that, it's going to be Dragon Princes and Reavers hiding in the trees. This is a pretty nasty build. And a Phoenix as well. Yeah, Alex, it's mostly... I mean, I still have to pay a fair amount, but it's covered. My insurance does cover it, yeah. So, not fully, but, you know. In America, we don't get that pleasure. Bacon Cav. You like the Bacon Cav? Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people call them in tabletop, actually. When you watch like orcs play tabletop fantasy, they're like called Bacon Cav nowadays. Tic-Tac-Toe is only second to Nakai and Gorst, I know. Well, my top 3 of the terrible lords that I'm thinking of right now is probably Tretch, Sigvald, and I don't know. The third one I'm really struggling with. I'm really struggling. Khalidah's up there for sure. She's pretty bad. Yeah. The Legendary Lord tournament can be cool. Like, they can only pick that Lord the entire time. But then, like, Alariel is just going to be, like, picked and probably dominate. Yeah. Depends on who's playing, I guess. So, yeah, it's a pretty big kite build. The Doomdiver Catapult is some pretty good tech here, especially behind the trees. If you had brought a second Doomdiver, that'd be even better. Probably against Zyphos, I think you could justify bringing 2 Doomdivers. Problem is, Dragon Princes are pretty nasty, too. I mean, they will run Orc Boys over in combat. Yeah. Look at the freaking Shadow Walkers. Zyphos memeing. A little bit, but of course, I know he loves his boy, Lithanar. So what's he going to be taking some pot shots at? He'll probably go after the Doomdiver Catapult here. He's ripping a shot. That's pretty epic. Look at that. Where's the Moonbow going? Let's trace it. Oh, boom, headshot. And that's the thing. This Doomdiver Catapult already lost one of its pieces, it looks like. No, it has all 3, it looks like. What? No, this one to the center. Oh my god, the Moonbow flattened that center one. And he Spirit Leeched it, so the Doomdiver Catapult crew is certainly in dire straits here. Wagetstein about to have his first taste of a true Wood Elf Kite, or a true Elf Kite experience. I don't know how much he's faced this before, but he's basically facing one of the best people at Kite here. Yeah. Why is Sigvald so bad? Oh yeah, so he regenerates, that's it. He brings nothing else to the table. If you're going to be a foot character, you have to bring something else to the table. The reason why Grimgor isn't terrible now is because he has a slow and like some decent abilities. But like if you just are a foot character that's slow, you have bad AP values, you don't have any unique abilities that can alter the combat around you, like Sigvald doesn't even buff nearby characters, like, or units. Like if he had like the Blessings of Slaanesh and it gave like melee attack and speed to nearby troops, then we could talk, but he just brings so little to the table, guys. Yeah, it's a Footlord problem. If you're a Footlord, you have to have some good abilities or else you're basically just useless. That's why like Vlad is okay, because at least he has Lore Vampires and is like, you know, hard to kill. Sigvald's just hard to kill, but has nothing else he brings to the table. Yeah. Sigvald's just god-awful. If you win with Sigvald, you're certainly, you know, really outplaying your opponent typically, or you're just much better than them. How about an only one faction tournament? Oh my god, a Chaos faction. Faction War. That'd be interesting. I'll think about that. Anyways, Wagenstein, a little bit of a slip up here. He goes out with the Giant River Troll Hag and just gets peppered here by the Shadow Walkers and the Shadow Warriors. And he's also pushing out with his Goblins, which is going to allow Xiphos to really pick those guys off. And the Bacon Cav are coming. You can see here we have the 2 Orc Boys and the Broken Test Mob, but like that's not going to be good. The Shadow Walkers will poison them, and then the Dragon Princes will probably follow up. And yeah, the Giant River Troll Hag is now gone. Wagenstein off to a very, very rough start. I think he needs to try and rampage this Flamespire Phoenix if he can, or pull some Bacon Cav. Like, he can't afford to be losing his caster like this early. You can see, like, immediately Xiphos does pull ahead on the Bounce of Power. So some of the pigs are coming out, but look at the Shadow Warriors and the Warriors just picking them off. The Walkers and the Warriors, yeah. Now the Dragon Prince is just going to run them down. This is just brutality, guys. Yeah, and the Pig Cav are being kited into the Shadow Realm here. Dragon Princes are just going to hammer into these pigs, which is going to be just absolute destruction. I mean, these are... Greenskins have some of the more haggard cav in the entire game. Yeah, and, I mean, fighting Dragon Princes. And over here, like, the ambush is set as well, so some Fanatics are charging in, Bacon Cav charging. You get some decent damage here. Wagenstein gets a little bit of work done, but unfortunately his Giant River Troll Hag is being hunted by the Phoenix here. So one slip up, man, that's all it takes. Yeah, Skarsnik and the boys just have to advance at this point, because you can see most of the Hyle forces fighting here, whereas, like, Skarsnik and other guys are all being outmaneuvered pretty hard. And the Broken Test Mob going to be trying to fall back, but they're kind of trapped. You can see they're surrounded by, like, Reavers, and, like, they're going to take a ton of casualties on the retreat. I would probably just stay and fight with the Broken Test Mob and then get some Goblins and other troops in there to support them, based on the situation we're seeing here. Some more Careboys might turn and shoot, but Dragon Princes aren't going to be stopped probably by nasty Skulkers. I mean, the Smoke Bomb could break their charge a little bit, but I don't see it going well. I do not see it going well. Yeah, the River Troll Hag being chased off still by the Phoenix. Bounce of Power pulling massively into the favor of the High Elves here. Granted, a decent engagement for the Greenskins. They are able to get some Reavers down, which is a nice win. A step in the right direction for sure. So maybe if Wagenstein had just been a little bit more careful with his Lord and the engagement on the far side, yeah, you can see these Reavers are able to finish off the Doomdiver Catapult. And the Broken Test Mob with their 100 armor tanking quite well. Bunch of Goblins advancing. This would be a good pick as well if the Lore Master of Hoth were to get rampaged and picked off by Skarsnik and some supporting elements. That could be very, very strong for sure. So if we look around, you can see the Waystalkers and Waywalkers. Waywalkers and Shadow Warriors. I'm sorry, got to get that right. And it's just like, you don't see these units terribly often, so... yeah, we will see. Shadow Walker shooting into the Goblin Horde, certainly not the most effective use of ammo, but I think at this point it's mainly just a cleanup effort. Skarsnik is coming in, but he's quite low, and yeah, he's not going to be able to catch most of Xiphos' army. He is not going to be able to do it. He's very much an open field. The Flamespire Phoenix could come in and troll him. Yeah, and here it's coming. This is going to be big. The Flamespire Phoenix coming back in will give some huge gooning efforts. Plus, the Luthanar is back here, and his Moonbow and his regular shots can really punish Skarsnik in open field. A little bit of fighting in the forest, which actually is probably good for Greenskins. At least they have some cover. And the Lore Master of Hoth here is somewhat surrounded by 8-peak loonies. I think that if Wagenstein wants a way back into this game, he's going to have to move in with Skarsnik and, you know, really try and goon out the Lore Master. And then from there, maybe get lucky and take out the Phoenix. And then maybe he has a chance at that point. A nice smoke bomb there, or Gork will fix it. Oh, but the Phoenix is dropping some bombardments. You see the little goblins are just getting dunked on. Oh, man, guys. And then the Phoenix comes in for the Death Thrust. So many of those goblins are going to be running. And the Lore Master of Hoth, of course, is a very, very solid tank. I mean, he's got, what, I think almost 100 armor? Yeah. But he's sundered right now. I think he's got 90 base. So the Greenskins are able to get a bit of a Daka line on. You can see the Rustiers are getting some good shots. This is a good play here. And honestly, if Skarsnik is able to Rampage right now, that could be huge. Yeah, Rampage is the Phoenix. All right, this is good. So Wog gets signed with some nice plays here in the late game. Might be a little bit too late, but still, it's nice to see some back and forth there. So the Flamespire Phoenix is currently Fermented Fungi. Itchy Nuisance is also active here. And the Savage Orcs are piling in. But the problem is that, you know, all the archers here for Xiphos are just pounding into the raw hides here of these Savage Orcs. It's nasty. He is able to break the Phoenix, which does kind of creep that Bounce of Power back. Some Goblins are able to push out on the Shadow Warriors. And now Skarsnik is in Mortal Kombat here against the Lore Masters. Honestly, the Bounce of Power is creeping back a little bit. But the problem is those Dragon Princes, man. Once they get into the fight, oof, there's not going to be much to stop them. Yeah, I guess the Doomdiver Catapult certainly didn't pay off. The Spirit Leeches plus the Luthanar. I guess you should have expected that for sure, but the Luthanar coming in hard. We have a donation from Alfie the Ninja. I know it's not relevant, but I ask when I catch your stream, how excited are you for UFC Fight Island? Dude, I'm so excited. I haven't bought a UFC card in a long time, but I am going to be... I usually just go and watch them for free at like local bars and things like that, but I'm going to be purchasing this weekend's UFC for sure, dude. I'm so excited. There's Jose Aldo's fighting again. I love watching Jose Aldo. It's going to be a great card. I'm very excited, Alfie. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, Masvidal as well. It's going to be a scrap. So Broken Test Mob, the Wa is active, going to be charging in. This is nice. I mean, he's shutting down a lot of archers here, but like I said, the princes are just all like full health. I mean, that's just like there's Reavers and Princes just hammering. Skarsnik's going pretty balls deep for sure. Him and Gobbler, no joke. And the Savage Orcs now in combat with Archers is a great situation. You know, it makes me think that had Wagenstein is like keeping the bounce power kind of close despite having a horrible start. If he had kept his caster alive, I think Wagenstein could have a chance here because he could drop Yunas on the Dragon Princes and would also have the River Troll Hag helping Skarsnik defeat the Lore Master. But, you know, with his Hag being taken out so early, I really think that was it. He played a good game considering, you know, how much he lost in the beginning. Outside of that. Yeah, I do plan on doing another Dwarf campaign. Yes, I do. The Skarsnik campaign is underway here. So here we have Skarsnik, the Warlord of Apex, fighting to the bitter end against his eternal foe, the Lore Master of Hoeth. Unsupported, though, for sure. Greenskins don't have too much left. A couple Archers here, a couple Goblins. But that's really it. Well played, man. You know, well played. Wagenstein played a good game aside from the mistakes he made in the beginning, but Zyphos is a player you can't make too many mistakes against because he will capitalize and he will bring the fury of France upon you. And very well played to him. Very well played to both guys. So next up we have Wicked D, man. Will the mod be able to come in and slay Zyphos? We will see. Wicked. All right. So stand by, Ventress. I saw your message. So Ventress will get you up after Wicked. Wagenstein says, my dude, trash day was yesterday. Oh, dude, don't call yourself that. Come on, man. Wagenstein, you tried, man. That's a fearsome foe. Well played, Wagenstein. Well played. All right, so next up, we'll do the Iron Sand Desert. So we have Wicked D facing off against Zyphos. Will our very own mod here in chat claim victory? Is that 4 wins for Zyphos or 3? Let me see. So he faced Guak, he faced the A move, Wagenstein, that's 4, I think. Yeah, so Zyphos is upgraded to 4 now. Pretty good run so far, man. All right. So, we'll see what they pick and ban. Human boy, yes, yes. I received no such coercion. You didn't even sign up today, human boy. You played on the last stream. Oh, that's what I was saying. So, basically how we do the King of the Hills now, it's a random sign up. So we get, you know, any number of people can sign up in a 10-minute window. We randomly shuffle it and pick the 10 players to play. But we, if a player played on the previous King of the Hill, they can't play on the next one to try and get more people to play. So it's been working well. We've been having different people on every stream, newer players, more advanced players, obviously, and it's been great. It's been really, really good. All right, so Zypho says, Wood Elves, Bretonnia, and High Elves. Surprise. His 3 best factions, apparently. Hey, Wagenstein, well played, man. You played a good game. If you hadn't lost your caster early, you might have had a chance. Because you could have like Buna'd his princes and would have had a little bit more stopping power. That was pretty rough. But aside from that, you played in the late game. You played well. Your rampages were good. Your targets were good. Yeah, Happy Puppy saying, "Do it, Wicked." With the true man, I'd love to meet the actor who played Palpatine, Ian McDiarmid. I would totally ask him to just drop some quotes for me. That would be like, I normally don't really care much about meeting like celebrities, but if I could meet Palpatine, you know, Chuck Norris, a couple other folks, man, oh, it'd be great. Yes. Zyphos is, no, he's not fighting younglings. Zyphos has been playing great players. I mean, some younglings, some advanced players. Mr. Plesko, have I ever watched Legend of Total War? Yeah, of course. He's been at it forever, man. He was, I remember when I first started my channel, his channel, he was going strong, and I remember checking him out. And, you know, even to this day, I'll jump in every now and then and check out some streams. See what's cracking. I had to check out when he did the video on, Legend did a video on, like, the Wood Elf economy thing. Like, I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, what is this? And, like, I went and, like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Holy shit. Oh, sorry, that caught me off guard. Hervio, Luik? Dude, I'm sorry, dude. I'm going to mangle your name. Luik, Hervio? A little present to celebrate your post-surgery birthday. Been watching your awesome channel for a long time. P.S. BJJ is terrible for your long-term health. Do kickboxing with light sparring and decent people, and I'll be happy to join the fun. If you ever pass by Sweden? Friday? It says FR/... Oh, Switzerland. Okay, France or Switzerland. Got it. Dude, Thank you so much. So 1,000 SEK, for those of you guys who are wondering, I'll do the translation for you guys, is $108. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. That's 108 bucks, dude. Thank you so much. Holy shit. I love BJJ, though. It's like, because you can do BJJ, go hard, and not get concussions. That's my favorite thing about it. And I want to compete. I love grappling, dude. Thank you so much. You guys are just going crazy today. What is this? You know, part of me was like, oh, maybe I should just rest today and not stream because just take it easy. But man, I'm glad I streamed. You guys are, you're killing it. SEK is a Swedish currency. Swedish krona, yeah. I heard gunslinging was worse for your health. Well, it probably is. Greenskins banning wood. Okay, it's going to be greenskins versus Elves again. So we'll get to see what Wicked does differently than what we just saw. No. I recognized the Kelgar right away. I've been at this a while. Dude, thank you so much. That is super generous. And yeah, I mean, someday, man, I'll swing by, do some kickboxing. I'd love to, man. I'd love to. I love martial arts. It's like my favorite, dude. And again, I can't thank you enough. That's so generous. And Colin Byrne, good luck with your surgery tomorrow and an early happy birthday to you. Cheers to many more years of quality content. Dude, we're going deep, boys. We're going to be here for years, going strong. We're going to be going strong. Thank you. Really do appreciate that, Colin Byrne. Thank you for becoming a member, too, on the channel. Yeah, my actual birthday is coming soon. You guys like the Tommy Wiseau donation emoji? Just like petting the dog. I'm not a flexible person, though. I really have to work on that. Yeah. Today might be a record, yeah. I think it is for donations. I think the previous record was a while back. It was like during one of the first faction wars. I think it was like $700. So this is a record. Wicked's name is a reaction to the most people after facing Zyphos. Disgusted by this. What is Wicked gonna bring here? Like, I have no idea what schemes he has. No one stopped Zyphos. Well, no surprises there. He's played some very good opponents though, so. He's that guy. Welcome. Hopefully Turin won't go over to your country. Then so much bad luck income. Wait, what are you referring to? Okay, I didn't understand that comment. Yeah, Happy Puppy's coming up. Let me go and check the list. So we had a couple people who had to fix their internet. So Captain Ventress has fixed their internet. So Captain Ventress will be up after this. And then we have Bilbo Bagosh, Happy Puppy, and then Aneurysm Sauce. So some great players for sure. Look, thank you so much again for the donation. I really hope I'm not mangling your name. Ecthelion! Rise! Ecthelion sounds like an epic fantasy weapon, like a legendary sword or something. Thank you for becoming a member on the channel, dude. And it's basically the same thing as Twitch. Like the whole membership thing. It's like the same as being a Twitch subscriber, basically. Yeah. Mr. Jabber says, I tried to stretch my hamstrings last week. I almost died. Dude, me too, man. Because when I was in high school, I was a competitive sprinter. So I ran the 100-meter dash, the 200, and I also ran the 400 occasionally, but it wasn't my jam as much. 1 and 2 were my favorites. So I had a really, really bad hamstring strain and a partial tear when I was running at the grand finals of my county, like running for all county, and I like had a partial tear of my hamstring. Dude, it was the worst. But ever since then, my hamstring is like just so tight. Oh man, no matter what I do. Hey Al, thank you for the 50, dude. Good luck with your surgery, man. Don't be a hero and rush back to playing. I'm gonna take like a good week or two to chill. I'll have videos every single day for you guys, though. I've been working really hard to get like a ton of videos recorded, so you guys will have them. Dude, Al, thank you, dude. Holy shit. You guys are just going nuts today. Big Al coming in. I had a friend who went by Big Al in my days. I don't stream on Twitch. No, I just stream here. Ectharion is a character from the Silmarillion. Yeah, I just didn't recognize it. I haven't read like all of the Silmarillion stories. Bits and pieces. Mr. Jabber, we're breaking records and ish. Thank you so much. Goddamn. Al, Mr. Jabber, Buck H. Wait, what does it say? Huh, it's interesting. Well, Buck, thank you for the donation. Woggetstein donating a fat 15, thank you so much. And on the PayPal, he says, Total War Warhammer is now pay to win, pay turn to tell me how to beat Elvish kite builds with greenskins. Yeah, it's tricky for sure. It's tricky, but Woggetstein, I could give you some builds. I've had decent success against Wood Elves with greenskins. It's a doable matchup, but it's certainly it's trying. Because Elithanar is very unusual though. Like he's a good niche at sniping, but normally like Doom Divers are really good there. Yeah, like I like to use double Doom Diver. Honestly, you were on your way. If you just hadn't lost your caster, you would have had a much better chance. Chill Warlock, take as much time off as you need. Don't remangle your hand. I won't. But I'm one of those people who loves to work, and like, so I can't take too much time off. Chill Warlock, thank you for the tenor, man. Also the name of the tower in Minas Tirith, thank you for Lord of the Rings education. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is the best. Guac, that's funny. Yeah, Chill Warlock, Woggetstein, dude. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Jabber, Buck. Final Scarab with the 10 Canadians. Holy shit, we're at 951. Actually, technically, guys, we've broken 1,000 with the PayPal donations. There's been 2 of those as well, so I think we're up there. So this is a record, man. Holy shit. I can't believe this. We're doing it. Yeah, the Rogue Idol ROR is actually kind of interesting against Elves. I used it once against Aerocrastix Wood Elves, and it had some success. I would love to head-to-head with Sparty, for sure. But my next head-to-head with King is with King of the Dead, and then from there I'll check with Sparty. All right. Holy shit! Let me get my bearings. You guys are just going nuts. What planet am I on? What year is it? All right. So here we go. So thank you guys so much for the greenskins. We got Blackworks, which Blackworks are interesting here, and honestly are going to be pretty good. Blackworks will chop through Silver and Guard very efficiently. So far I really like Wicked's build. Zyphos decided to go with a more traditional, well-rounded build here for the High Elves, so not going to be, your kite going on. Human Boy, yes. I jammed all my rotten food and Warp Stone into my PC, and it turned out to be this much. Good luck with the surgery. May the Horn Rat bless you. Oh, dude. May the Horn Rat bless. Never mind. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Human Boy. Pleasure to have you in the community, man. I love the image of a little Skaven, like, putting his coins into the computer. It's pretty great. And yes, guys, it's going to be triple Blackwork, double Spider, one of which is going to be a Goblin Great Shaman. This actually could really catch Zyphos off guard. Because Zyphos doesn't have much missile play. I mean, he's got some, sisters? I think 1 group in the back, maybe? Or is it 2? Yeah, just 1 sister. So the double Spider could be pretty good, and the Blackwork's, of course, very punishing. We do also see some Goblin Wolf Chariots. It's going to be Forest Goblin Spider Riders into the Sunset, and also a Goblin Big Boss, but it is going to be a Great Shaman, so he's going to be using the Lore of Little Wah. And, of course, AP Cloonies. I don't know, I think this build might, catch someone off guard here. Did Zyphos auto-gen? I don't think so. He's got an Archmage of Death with 1 spell. We've got a Flamespire Phoenix, 2 Silver and Guard, a Bolt Thrower, Valyrian Reavers, Fireborn, Swordmasters. I don't know. I don't feel like this is an auto-gen build. Yeah. I don't know what the build is that Zyphos brought. I have no idea. Yeah. Because, he didn't even pick a sub-faction, so I don't feel like Zyphos was in the memeing mood here. I don't know. We will see. Hey, Paul, thank you so much. The 13 cents is very thematic, yes, from the Skaven donation. Yeah, the Zyphos build definitely very well-rounded, but, I mean, how many Silver and Guard? He has 3 Silver and Guard. All right, so I don't think it's auto-gen, because I don't think you're going to get 3 Silver and Guard in an auto-gen, like, that consistently. Angel Chan, thank you for becoming a member here on the channel. Do appreciate it. I don't think it's an auto-gen. I think he's going for a gooning build. Like, the Archmage of Death with Spirit Leech is pretty good against Greenskin Lords. Not so much against the Spider Lord, actually, who's very, very tanky. Yeah. Where's my sword and how much for it? Luca, it's not for sale. And yeah, the Blackworks are marching. A little bit of anti-air here with the Goblin Wolf Riders. Definitely some good tech. I always like to bring, 3 of those against air forces. It just kind of keeps people from, causing drama here. So the Archmage is going to get blasted, but it does dodge it. Some nice juking there by Zyphos. Not going to give it up for free. Spirit Leech is being dropped on the Arachnoid Queen. Still a very good target. Fritz, thank you for the fiber. Good luck. Looking forward to seeing you healthy again. Me too, brother. Me too. I am very excited. I'm going to miss streaming, man. It's my favorite part of YouTube. I like doing videos and everything, but streaming is by far my favorite thing. Yeah, there's no random chevrons too. So yeah, it's not an auto-gen. I think he actually brought this. The Archmage of Death getting shot at a little bit, taking minimal damage because of Xiphos' good juking. And now it looks like there's going to be a spider summon or something. Yeah, he drops the hatchlings right away. He's got to wait for the Black Orcs. The Black Orcs are a little bit far behind. They're not the quickest of folk. 29 speed, so slower even than other heavy infantry. You know, Great Swords of the Empire have 32 speed. Black Orcs, I think, are 29. So very, very slow lumbering folk. But 1-to-1 Black Orcs will be very, very good against Silver and Guard. They'll take almost no damage and kill them very easily. And also against like Princes and some of the heavy armor. Aside from that, like Swordmasters, the Black Orcs are going to be a great choice. I think if Wicked plays a good game, yeah. Oh yeah. Luik, thank you again for your donation earlier. And I agree, BJJ, I had a lot of little like tweaks in my knees and my like groin and things like that, but it's so fun, dude. I love rolling. Yeah, it's fun. I want to compete too, but we'll see. That'll be a ways off. That's not till my hand is like fully rehabbed and like back to normal, because there's so much gripping in BJJ. So the Arachnarok Queen here is getting the Leech of the Spirit. Honestly, Wicked doing a really good job punishing the Archmage. You have to remember too, there's no healing here for Xiphos, so that Archmage of Death is going to be taking... Oh, never mind! He does have a Mage of Life, but that's a lot of Winds of Magic. And here the Arachnarok Queen is taking a bit of a pounding. Wicked really, really needs to push the envelope with his melee now. Like, I don't know where these Black Orcs are going. I think a little bit of a misplay here from Wicked. He pulls back the Black Orcs and the Spider. Yeah, it's like a bit of a controlling error there. But the Archmage, like I said, has taken some damage. Armor of the Stars, making it stock and unspottable here by Xiphos. That is pretty awesome for sure. So Black Orcs now going to be piling into the Lothern Sea Guard and these various units, but it looks like Xiphos is going to be on the run. Now would be a great time from Wicked to grab these Wolf Chariots and chase after them and get some free value, and he does. Very, very good stuff there. So he should be able to pile in. It looks like here some of the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, or no, those are actually hatchlings, do take a little bit of damage, but now the main fighting is underway more or less. And Wicked needs to get all of his archers and just start shooting at the Archmage of Death. Like, it's a pretty fresh kill to get for sure. These Black Orcs are hammered down by some of the Fireborn, do lose some models though in the combat. And now the Spiders are coming in as well, and one unit of Black Orcs is far behind, so that could honestly cost Wicked the game perhaps. The kind of a sparse engagement or a delayed engagement. And here are all the Morgub's Maging Riders and other units being screened out by the Silver and Guard, and it looks like a net of Amatok going down. No, Spirit Leech for a second. I was like, is there a net somewhere in this build? But the Archmage of Death is in trouble, guys. Currently, Wicked is in decent shape. Definitely needs to get all his monsters and different units involved and find a way to shut down those sisters, because they will single-handedly take out that big old Arachnarok Queen, which would be a huge loss. It's an expensive piece. He does summon some hatchlings back here, and the hatchlings are going to be rode down by the Dragon Princes. Great usage. Now the Queen is going into the back. Fanatics have been loosed as well, and the Fanatics doing great damage, actually, going through these Swordmasters. Black Orcs, a little bit kind of beleaguered in the front line. Sister Fire plus the Cav focus has been able to wear them down. And unfortunately for Wicked, his Queen play did get punished, and now it's going to be in the back. I think the Black Orcs should have engaged, and the Spider should have come on a follow-up and really pushed in like all at once. I feel like his build would have been, have a decent chance of winning, but the engagement being a little bit off, I think may have cost him. Hard to say, though. So some of the Black Orcs are broken. We still have 2 units fighting, cutting through some of the Silver and Guard, and the Goblin Great Shaman still quite happy. If the Greenskins could find a way to shut down these sisters, that'd be quite good. And here the Archmage of Death, pretty low, 855 HP. That bad boy is getting pounded pretty good, like. So the Skirmishing Corps here of the Greenskins, honestly, you just start focusing the sisters with these 4 mobile archer units, and you can get a ton of damage on them. Because now the Goblin Great Shaman is having to fight the fight of its life here. Oh, and the Queen is back, actually. That's pretty important here. One group of the Wolf Rider Archers, the Morgub's Maging Marauders, have been rode down. A little bit of a lapse there, and it looks like Gorkle Fix-It has been used on this pocket. And the Queen is able to get a summon off. That's actually really important, too. Another annoying hatchling summon that could potentially shut down the Bolt Thrower. That could be something. Black Orcs moving in still. So we got Black Orcs here. We have the Unbreakable Goblins. And now the Goblin Great Shaman is in the back line and has gotten into the cookie jar. So the sister line is now being attacked by the big old spider. But the Phoenix is going to be jumping in. And I don't know, yeah, with Fireborn plus Phoenix here. I mean, the Queen's coming in as well, plus some hatchlings. He does give some decent fighting chances here. The Goblin Big Boss needs to come over here as well and get in there and drop some nukes. Hey, Jack Shaw, thank you so much for the tenor. Good luck with the surgery, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I always hate the anesthesia part of it, like having to go to sleep. Oh, it makes me so nervous. Archmage of Death, flying around near death though, but the Sisters of Avalorn able to turn and get some juicy fire here into the Arachnarok Queen. But the Crown of Command, actually, really cool play by Wicked. He's able to make the Arachnarok Queen unbreakable there, which is incredibly solid. And will the Queen hold? 74, 46, 27. Down she goes. And the lady has paid the troll toll. So the Goblin Great Shaman is going to be battling the Fireborn. Certainly a good engagement. Black Orcs are pushing through. And it's still, a close-ish battle. It certainly favors the High Elves at this point, considering that You know, the Sisters are online, and the Swordmasters, I think, are still fighting, actually. Let's go ahead and check. Ooh, a nice blast right there. Puts the Archmage down to 545. Black Orc's still fighting. I think over here we have some Goblins. Yeah, the Black Orcs are mostly gone. I think there's one unit still going. No, there's two that are still somewhat functional. Gorkle Fix-It activated as well. And that Archmage of Death, man, just cackling. I really do think that if there was like a really, really good frontal push with all the Black Orcs engaging at the same time instead of that accidental fallback, I think it could have been a much better game, for sure. A couple little slip-ups, but aside from that, Wicked has played a good game. His engagements have been solid, but here the Goblin Great Shaman is going to go down. And yeah, that's going to be game. There's no way at this point. Well played to Zyphos. It was a good match. It was a good match indeed. And, Korka, thank you so much for the donation for the $5. He says, yeehaw. Thank you for the $5, man. A good old yeehaw is always it's good for the soul there. I know, trust me, you're better off with general anesthesia. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's just, it stresses me out. Yeah. All right, guys. And down goes Wicked. Well played, Wicked. Mighty Zyphos has claimed victory today in that match. And now, next up, we have Ventress. All right. So Ventress is going to be joining up. Well played, Wicked. Props to you, man. Tough one. Queen's Maid got shot accidentally. She deserved it, says Wicked. Hey, Chris, Rekrod. Thanks for all the Total War content. It helps the day go by quickly at work. Here's to a speedy recovery. Thank you so much for the 25, dude. And fear not, the content will keep flowing even while I'm recovering. I have how many weeks? I have 14 videos preloaded, so that's at least 2 weeks of content that I have to recover. Yeah. What do you think of Age of Sigmar? I don't like the lore of Age of Sigmar that much, but I like the gameplay. Yeah. All right. So Ventress is here, so let's go ahead and find a map. Do the Alpine Ridge. Zyphos is like, next map. He's like the Terminator tonight, man. It's cold and calculated. Well, you know, the streams like this are always great every now and then, because when people say the High Elves can't win games, and then like someone like Zyphos comes in and just shows you the opposite, it's it's great. Yeah. Hey, Chris, thank you again for the donation. I'll keep it going. The podcast will be fun. We have to come up with a name. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions that are serious, do let me know. Dump 14 videos in one day, dude, that would be nuts. Unfortunately, YouTube, like if you do that, they kind of punish you a little bit. They only really are willing to promote like one video a day, one or two. Ooh. Those poor mushroom people, I know. Yeah, Italian Spartacus likes Age of Sigmar more than I do, yeah. I think. I just don't like the, I don't know. The lore, it's so hard for me to get past the old world being deleted by Age of Sigmar that I don't know. Robin, that's a funny idea. So he bans Wood Elves, and nobody wants, and goes Tomb Kings, all right. So Tomb Kings versus Dark Elves or Bretonnia. Those are both decent matchups. I like it. Alpine Ridge, certainly some good casket play. Alex B, thanks for the positivity and good luck with the surgery. Thank you, man. Alex B, I appreciate it. You got a pretty sweet statue picture there, my friend. And Aerocrastic coming in right after Alex's generous donation and saying, I know High Elves just won, but here's an obligatory High Elves never win post. No, Arrow, stop it. We finally got rid of it. We got rid of that finally, and then you just come in and ruin it. Lich109 says, thank you for the 5 Canadian, man. Don't worry about the anesthesia. From personal experience, it's much better than having a resistance to them that causes you to be awake for it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, it'll put me out. Like, I'm one of those guys who drinks like one beer and I'm like tipsy. Oh, man. And I've been exercising a lot, too. My body's pretty healthy. I just started exercising again. Ryan Bull, to join this tournament, you just have to be in our Discord channel, which we'll link for you here in a minute. And then you just, when I announce it, you just sign up. And it's a random shuffle of 10 players, or as many players sign up, and that's it. Hey, thank you, Mr. Dem. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, gameplay in Age of Sigmar is fun. I enjoy the format. It's like quick, it's fast. It's like you don't have to like spend like 4 hours playing it. I'm really excited for 9th edition 40k. Like the fact that the board's smaller and the army sizes are smaller, I think that's going to be great. Yeah. Xiphos is taking out younglings, but he's also taking out really good players. I mean, we've had some competitive players here today, and he's been able to cut through them all. We have a couple great players after this as well, you know. We have, to close out the stream after this, we have Bilbo Bagosh. He's a great high-elf player also. Happy Puppy, of course, very solid, and Aneurysm Sauce. All folks who play in the tournament scene, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great. One beer and tipsy. How do you manage with a Polish wife? So Lady Turin can't really drink beer. So she has like she can't drink beer basically. Long story short. So she'll usually have like wine and things like that. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can have more beers. Like I don't get like blasted super quick, but I feel it quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Necrons will be good in 9th. They have to be. They're one of the poster children. They must be good. Yeah, there's a lot of issues for sure that will need day 1 FAQ, Ryan. Oh my god, Kevin Robinson says his red-haired sister-in-law woke up mid-surgery. Oh god, fuck that. Don't even say that. Oh. It's crazy stuff, man. Pactus says, I just joined so I haven't watched the previous games. Okay. Yeah, Centrist, I'll definitely give it a look. I'm not opposed to it. Oh man, guys. All right, so it's going to be Tomb Kings of Captain Ventress facing off against Xiphos. Hasn't played Dark Elves yet today, so it's a pretty fun matchup. I actually really like this one. Now, this is a matchup that I think is very, not very, but it's favored for Tomb Kings if the players are obviously equally skilled. Not to say that one side or the other can't win, but I've always felt like Tomb Kings have a very good matchup here. Yeah. Yes. Do you think Warhammer makes CA more money than other Total War titles? I hope so. Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine. I mean, it's super popular and it's maintained like a great player base, even though it's like, you know, several years old now. I think it does. Yeah, you know, actually, a lot of people in my family had red hair. I didn't, but my grandfather had red hair, and a lot of people on that side of the family, because I have a lot of Irish blood in me. A lot of Celtic blood. Irish and Italian mostly. All right. Well, you found it to be an interesting experience. I'm gonna get the Hand of the Gods for sure. I would totally have like a cyborg hand if it was like as functional as a regular hand, dude. Sign me up for sure. It's one of my like great sorrows. Sotek, it's tomorrow, man. Welcome to the stream, Sotek. Good to see you. But one of my great sorrows is that like I won't be alive to explore the stars. Like I love science fiction, man. Oh, I just want to know the mysteries of the universe. You know, I'm sure everyone does, but like I love futuristic kind of dystopian sci-fi stuff. Like, oh, it's so cool. Scourge Runners aren't bad here. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. Will my hand be French after it's fixed by a French doctor? It will be blessed by the French, perhaps. Make sure to stay hydrated, guys. It's hot. I'm sweating like a dog in here. Which is funny because dogs don't like sweat like this. All right, guys. So for the build here of Ventress, front line is going to be a bunch of skeleton warriors and spears. Secondary line is going to be, well, not secondary line, but Nehakara horsemen are great here. A great counter against repeater crossbows, dark riders, and can also, you know, hold their own against enemy cav. 3 groups of skeleton horsemen archers, Carrion, Ushapti Grapo, a little bit awkward on this map, and 1 screaming skull catapult backed up by Ark in the Black on his chariot with Buna and Spirit Leech. It's a good build. It's honestly pretty good. The secret of my universe is 42. Yeah. Well, not dystopia, but like I love, I'm saying in terms of a genre, I obviously wouldn't want to live in a dystopian sci-fi future, but I like dystopian sci-fi as a genre for like movies and books and literature. But yeah, man, I'd love to explore the stars and all that, man. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's take a look here at the forces of Xiphos, the undefeated lord here today. Witch Elves, some spears. He does also have a Bolthor, which will have some issues with the line of sight here. He does also have 2 groups of Dark Riders and 2 Cav units. This is very much like an old school, long-term Warhammer 2 competitive build. It's like Malekith, repeater crossbows, and some Witch Elves, like Golden Rider support. So it's good. It's good for sure. I mean, Malekith has great AP, can certainly kill constructs. He's got Colden Riders to fend off the very cheap kind of cav of the Tomb Kings. And yeah, it's a good force, honestly. I dig it, man. I dig it. Oh, I love Blade Runner. I like them both. I mean, obviously, how can you beat the original? But I really did enjoy the new Blade Runner as well. The Expanse is a great show, dude. I love The Expanse, yeah. Like, when they released the new season, I just binged it all in, like, 2 or 3 days. Yeah. LSC, tonight is a good night, my dude. Yes, it is indeed. And we are here. Xiphos on an absolute tear. It's going to be facing off against the Tomb Kings here. Looks like the Skeleton Horsemen are hiding in the trees. Certainly a decent countermeasure. They can out-skirmish the Repeater Crossbows and also can poke Malekith. My one concern here for this Tomb King's army is there's not too much anti-large. Malekith is certainly going to have some good times. Ushaptu Greatbow can bring him down, as can, Spirit Leech, Mark in the Black, and maybe some Tomb Scorpion support, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. We will see how this goes. Yeah, living in 40k would suck pretty bad, for sure. Like, come on. Come on. No, I'm not named after the Lord of the Rings character, but my middle name is of Italian descent, yeah. Which is also the name of my YouTube channel, so yeah, you guys get the picture. All right, so Repeater Crossbows getting a couple shots, but nice micro there by Ventress, is able to pull back, and now we have the Ushaptu Greatbows shooting up at Big Pappy Malekith, who is going to dodge all those shafts for the most part. Bolt Throwers getting some decent shots here into the Nehekar Horsemen. I think that Ventress needs to bring his archers, the Skeleton Horseman archers, out and start doing some skirmishing as well. Because what's really cool about this map is the catapult can actually shoot over the hill. They're just saying good luck, have fun, good sportsmanship all around, I love it. The Boys, yes, I've seen that show. It's really good. I love it, man. The Boys is a great show. I'm really excited for the next season. I'm a big fan of Carl Urban. Like, whatever he's in, I'll watch it. Like, him and Dredd, oh, Dredd was awesome. I was so sad we didn't get a sequel to that, even though they were trying to make it happen. But anyways, guys, back to Warhammer. I'll try and focus on the commentary here. There's so much engaging chat going on. Nehekar Horsemen are going to be getting popped by the Dark Riders, and yeah, Xiphos honestly getting the upper hand here in the skirmishing phase. No surprise there. Carrion lurking in the trees. Granted, he is kind of wasting some of the ammo here of the bolt thrower, but it's not wasted. I mean, taking out these units here is it's going to be good. On the far side, the High Elf skirmishers have come out. Not High Elf, excuse me. I've seen so much High Elves today. I'm like, my brain's just locking up. Skeleton Horseman archers definitely want to kind of just park them on the flank and either shoot at the Witch Elves or just, kite back the Coldwood Knights and get some picks there. Hey, James O'Keefe, thank you, man. Nehekar Horseman pulling back here. Dark Riders continuing to skirmish. So Dark Riders aren't like traditional like Reaver Archers or things like that. They can't shoot while they're running, which is something to kind of take note of. I don't know why the Screaming Skull Catapult isn't shooting either. Yeah, it could be like scooting up to this hill here. So Malekith is going to get popped with a Spirit Leech. Ark in the Black has to be careful though. Malekith he's not going to be afraid to dive here. I mean, there's not too much like monstrous support that could really block him. I mean, I guess the Nehekar Horsemen could do their thing, but yeah, this is not good here for the forces of the Tomb Kings. They don't want to be giving up these horsemen for free. They're not a cheap unit. They cost $650. You got to pull these guys back. Just kind of sit back here, use your catapult, use your great bow, and like, win that trade, man. And now he's got the Skeleton Horseman archers shooting into the backline of Xiphos. It looks to be attempting to, but yeah. I mean, shooting into silver shielded dread spears with the low DPS of Skeleton archers is not going to be cost effective. We do actually have a fight here, believe it or not. The Nehekar Horsemen charge him, but this is a disaster here. Ventress needs to get back. Because Malekith will land, and if they stay in combat, he'll use a Soul Stealer 100% and just pop them in the face. It'll heal him, and it will also nuke those guys down. So far, one Horseman has been lost here by the Tomb Kings. Not the end of the world. And the Skeleton Horseman archers are shooting at some of the Dread Spears here, which I think is a huge mistake. Absolute waste of ammunition. As a matter of fact, Ventress might as well just scoot forward with the Skeletons and get the combat going. It'll open up other avenues if there's like tons of Skeletons marching. Xiphos doesn't have that much front line, right? It's got like 3 or 4 Dread Spears, and look how much infantry is here. They should be moving up and like going up and through the ranks and forcing Xiphos to have to react with other things. Because now Xiphos is able to really just be single-minded in his approach. There's only a couple threats here, the Horsemen and the Skirmish Cav here, and he could just kind of ignore those more or less. So the infantry is still sitting still. The Ushaptu Greatbow going to be trying to snipe out the bolt thrower here, which I suppose isn't a bad idea. Getting a little bit low. Really trying to play that skirmish game. The bolt thrower here, the Screaming Skull Catapult in the back, is going strong. Still shooting. As far as shooting, I mean, I guess he could shoot the Horsemen here. Ushaptu Greatbow are now getting shot by the Dark Riders, and there's no reason this should be happening. This is a really, really bad situation. Like, the Dark Riders can easily be screened. The Ushaptu Greatbow can fall back. This is not necessary. But it's all good. He's got a lot going on. The thing is Ventress's micro is really going to be tested here because he's having to fight on so many fronts with a lot of mobile units, right? Well, this actually has potential here. Ventress is able to get in the back here. And, yeah, might have been able to go after the bolt thrower, but now I think it's a little too late. Might be able to wear down these Dread Spears, I guess, with attrition, but Now the Ushopti Greatbow are crumbling. 6 models, and with them being gone, there's not going to be a whole lot that can deal with Big Papa Malekith. And also here on the far side, you can see the Nehekar Horsemen are afflicted by the Word of Pain. They lost that fight pretty handedly. Obviously, Coldwood Knights and Harvesters are a vastly superior unit combination. Looks like Abuna is going to be going down, which is a good choice. Maybe should have been used during the combat. You know, they could fight and then use the Skeleton Summon, but the Skeleton Summon needs to be used right on top of them. Because now Xiphos probably can pull back here. And Ark in the Black is going to be taking combat versus Coldwood Knights. That's very, very dicey. Granted, he does have some support. He's got the Ushopti Greatbow, so maybe he can survive. The Catapult's still shooting, and let's look at the mainline fight. So it looks like the Skeleton Horseman Archers were sent in to shut down the Bolt Thrower, which is good. Could have been done a little bit earlier, but still a very, very good play here by Ventress. Xiphos able to react very quickly, though. Does pull in his Dark Riders, and though the Bolt Thrower may take some damage, the Witch Elves might be able to come in and clean up, although it looks like they might stay suffering. This other Bolt Thrower here is going to be taking some damage. I suppose he did have 2 of them, which I kind of forgot about. And Ark in the Black is not over here anymore, so it looks like Abuna plus some Skeleton Summons able to really wear down the back line of the Dark Elves here, the back elf line. And those Coldwood Knights now going to be going for the kill here probably on those Ushopti. It's really a shame the Ushopti took all that damage. You know, they could have been like hiding back here, avoided the Bolt Throwers, and also been shooting the entire time. But the Tomb Kings might just be able to do it with just sheer numbers, but this is a huge, huge mistake right here. And it's a very classic thing, easy to do. What you want to do in this situation, Ventress needs to get all these troops around, because imagine if 2 Skeletons were pressuring the Archers and the Bolt Throwers in the back, because right now that 4v1 is extremely inefficient, losing a ton of value there. And here in the back, Skeleton Horsemen Archers are a little bit compromised, but wow, the Screaming Meme Catapult coming in and doing some fat damage there, guys. On top of that, here you can see that the Carrion able to charge in and get the Bolt Thrower crew. So, you know, Ventress having some good plays despite making some mistakes. But it's going to be tough, man. Xiphos is certainly the Dark Lord of today's King of the Hill. Ark in the Black getting Liber Mortis able to get away here, and it looks like there's going to be some sort of a spell going down. I'm not sure. Is that going to be a Soul Stealer, probably, for big old Malekith? And it is, which is going to be hitting everything of value here. It hits all these skeletons. Also is going to be hitting Arkin, who's getting very, very low. And this is going to be potentially sealing the deal here, as these Doomfire Warlocks are able to get the Catapult. That's going to take a lot of the stopping power away from the Tomb King's army that's very, very beleaguered here. Yeah, the Infantry Blob certainly tough, but, you know, he's had a lot of micro. Ventress's build was good. I think it had some teeth, but there was a lot to micro in it. 3 Skirmish Cav, 3 Nehekar Horsemen. There was a lot to have to control, and that's very hard, especially when you're playing a player like Xiphos, so definitely got to give him a break there. And it's only a matter of time now. It's basically just a bunch of skeletons. Ark in the Black is getting Shrek'd here by Malekith. Witch Elves are also rampaging. They are rampaging Arkans. Arkin is currently rampaged. So Malekith and his mighty dragon here certainly can feast. You can see here the big old black dragon coming in for the old bony boy here. He's not going to be having a great time. Repeater Crossbow is literally just sitting and cackling and shooting him in the face. Definitely a very good Dark Elf game. He played great. And that is going to be the end of Ventress in today's King of the Hill. So next up, my friends, on today's list, well played to Ventress and Xiphos once again. We have Bilbo Bagosh. Bilbo, a very active tournament player, so certainly will have the teeth here to challenge Xiphos. I believe he is from Poland. Should be fun. Falcone says, there is a question for chat, so let's go ahead and get this question answered for your boy Falcone. If you were playing in a tournament and you could ban one, which faction would you ban? If you were playing in a tournament and you could just say, I don't want to play this faction the entire time, what would you ban? Let us know. For me, I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, what would I ban? Maybe Vampire Coast. For me. I don't mind playing counts. Yeah. Although, I don't know. Counts are... It's hard to say. Yeah, everyone's going to have different opinions. It's a tough question. I'd have to really think about that one. So, well played. All right. So, next up, my friends, we have... Bilbo, if he's still awake, hopefully he is. Bilbo has like one of my favorite pictures. He's got like the moment where Bilbo Baggins like freaks out at the ring and gets all crazy. Oh, I love it. So good. All right, so Roman Bowman says, which Space Marine chapter would you join? Okay, we have a couple donations I did miss. From Alex B. He says, thanks for the positivity and good luck for the surgery. Thank you so much. We also had one from TSCH Jones. Hey, Turin, you're the first YouTuber I ever support like this. Thank you, man. I guess you do things right. Good luck with your surgery. Thank you for the 2267. I'm curious how you came to that number of the 67, the 2267. Is it a significant date, perhaps? Perhaps he's prophetic. In the year 2267, something important will happen. Thank you, TSCH Jones. And then Roman Bowman. Which Space Marine chapter would you join? I mean, obviously Death Guard are cool, but I don't want to be like afflicted with disease and plague. So if I had to choose, probably like Salamanders or something. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Although Grey Knights are pretty epic. Does that count? Can I beat Grey Knights? Come on. Like these badass demon-slaying paladins? Come on. So it's going to be Bilbo! And for the map, we will go ahead and have the Oaken Hammer. Thank you, guys. How dare you think? I wouldn't ban Vampire Counts. No. They have some really bad matchups. You recommend 1984 and Metro 2033 if you like the dystopian genre? I'll take a look. Yeah. 20 euros? Oh, did I miss it? No, it says $22 on my end. Oh, it just translated on my thing to dollars. Okay, so it's 20 euros. Got it. Okay. Thank you, man. Dude, Grey Knights are so cool. Come on. Just get to wear like badass Terminator armor. Custodes aren't Space Marines though. They're like a whole different classification. Come on, you just get to be some like, yeah. Yeah, Custodes are actually really strong in 9th. Because in 8th edition of Tabletop, Custodes kind of sucked because they were so they couldn't even use their stratagems. Like getting a battalion with Custodes was so inefficient. But now that we're in 9th edition and you start with basically 12, like Custodes are just cackling. Like they can just bring their patrols and you know, Outriders or whatever with bikes and still have 12 CP. Custodes are really scary now. Yeah. Erebus was right, changed my mind. Red Rising. So did you ever try Red Rising for dystopian sci-fi? No, I haven't. Hold on, let me start. Okay. I'm just making a notepad on my desktop here. So Red Rising. Writing down some of the suggestions you guys have had. Cool. Sci-fi, cool. All right, I got those. So, oh, it's gonna be dwarves versus wood elves. Oh God, it's happening. Oh, so is Boyus. Thank you so much for the donation. All the cool kids are giving Turin money. Buy yourself an Indominus set. Those Necrons are dope. Oh, you tempt me. I still have to finish painting like 15 Plague Marines though. I will maybe do Necrons as my second army. Holy shit. So is Boyus. Thank you so much for the 200. Going in hard, baby. Oh my God. What a day. I know. You guys are going crazy. The generosity of this community is quite insane. Thank you so much, Soyas Boyas. And yeah, I definitely, like, if I'm going to start a second army, and especially Xenos, I don't really want to play Space Marines, because Plague Marines, I already have, like, Space Marines, like, corrupted, right, with Death Guard. Well, what's great is about, like, all the donations for today's stream basically covers my surgery cost, which is huge. So I'm not going to take, like, as much of a hit, because, like, the total amount that I've gotten today is more or less what it's going to cost me after all is said and done, with, like, the hospital fees plus the anesthesia and the doctors, even after my insurance. So it's huge, guys. Again, thank you so much. It's like, it's life-changing stuff. Soyas Boyas, thank you. I will build a glorious Necron army, perhaps in your honor. Yeah, it basically pays for my surgery. Which is huge, you know? It's not out of my pocket now. So thank you, guys. It really does help. I don't know. If I were to do Necrons, I think I would do, like, a different theme, though, than the just standard. Like, I would come up with some really cool, like, glowing theme. Oh, you know, irradiated Necrons would be so cool to give them, like, a toxic glow. Oh, like, that'd be so badass. I gotta think of that. Again, guys, thank you so much. Soyas Boyas coming in rock hard with a fat 200. Thank you. Again, really appreciate that. And now, you guys, because of your generous donations, you're going to be rewarded with a miserable Dwarf vs. Wood Elf match. Lich 109, all that money, you should have surgery more often. I know. It's not worth it. Can you post some pictures of your Death Guard army? There's actually a video on my channel, Fabian. It's not my full army, but it's from a while back. But you can see, like, how I paint and everything. Yeah. And that army was painted with my crippled hand, so it'll definitely get better. I like Necrons a lot, though. I love the Terminator aesthetic. It's so cool. Like, how there's just these, like, marching Terminators. Like, oh, they're just slow and lumbering, and, oh, they're so rad. Yeah. Multiplayer communities on a lot of games are definitely toxic, but in Total War, it's not, thankfully. We've escaped that. The Europeans are paying for the American healthcare. Well, there's some Americans here, too, donating, so yeah, it's both. Thank you guys so much, man. Caviara! Wine money for Lady T. We'll order a celebratory wine after today's stream. Do not worry about that. I will get her a treat. Yeah, thank you. Andres, this is your first time here, Mr. Ramirez? But well, staying here. I know. Well, we got a little stream left. I think we're gonna have to like close out the stream with some fun stuff, maybe some King of the Hills or FFAs or something, because I won't be able to stream for a while after this. So we got to do some fun stuff. So after this, let's see, what do we got? We got Happy Puppy coming in with the metaphorical steel chair to face her clanmate, and then we have potentially, depends on how this game goes, Dwarves vs Wood Elves is hard. Yeah. And then we have Aneurysm Sauce, who I believe is a very good Chaos player as well. Aren't you, Aneurysm Sauce? We're hyping you up, man. Yeah. Karagor Cantina, looking forward to getting you back. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. Just do it. Dude, I'm going to do it so hard while I'm getting my hand sliced open. Don't you worry. Right before I go into anesthesia, I'll look the doctor in the eye and say, do it, as I pass out. It'll be great. You guys want me, like, as I'm going under from the anesthesia, do you want me to just drop the Palpatine line, like, I'm too weak, please, I can't hold any longer? Oh my god, that'd be so funny, especially if the doctor had seen it. Oh, dude, I'm so tempted to do that now. Wes Bumpus, thank you for the tenor, man. Your voice has been really comforting, though, to listen during work over the years. I'm happy to finally toss some coin in your hat. I do have a baseball cap next to me, so that works. Good luck with your surgery and congrats on the anniversary. Yeah, Lady Turin and I had our 2-year anniversary recently. Life is great, man. Yeah, Falcone, people don't... I mean, I'm not surprised Vampire Coast won your poll there, but what people don't like playing against Kite. It's just a fact. Anakin, I'm too weak. I can't hold any longer. I don't know. They'll probably have like a thing on my face, though, so I won't be able to speak. All right, guys, I'll do that for you. I probably won't remember it, though. Oh, man. That's so funny. All right, guys. So for the forces here of Bilbo Bagosh, he's got a whole battle line of Thunders and Corlers, which is good. Thunders you need to actually shoot the trees and stuff, the treekin. Double Bolt Thrower, Dragonback Slayers, and the front battle line is going to be Dwarf Warriors and Blasting Charge Miners. With Rune Lord for his choice, with the Missile Rune. Yeah. I'm too weak, Anakin. I can't hold any longer. Yeah, Angel Chan, I don't know, but if you can use PayPal too. Either way, I see them both. So, but please, no pressure. All right, so for the forces of Xiphos, it's going to be an Ancient Tree Man who is going to have some problems against the Bolt Throwers and the Thunders. Eternal Guards into the Sunset, Wildwood Rangers, War Dancers. Oh yes. So Xiphos is playing the way I enjoy watching. It's actually a huge rush here, so he's going to be just going balls deep with the rush. Wildwood Rangers. Eternal Guard and War Dancers. We do also have some Wild Riders in the back, which are a good disruption tool. You definitely like want to bring mobility against dwarves. Jesus, Richie! Turin versus Xiphos is the Empire for the last hoorah if he makes it that far, sure. Richie, thank you so much for the Hyundai, man. God, you guys are just going too hard today. Like, I really hope all of you guys who are donating are like financially stable. I do not want you to ever suffer financially because you donate to me. Thank you, though. Richie just coming in with many steel chairs. Richie has been dropping steel chairs since I can remember. Xiphos as the Empire. I have a build for Xiphos. I don't know if he's watched it on my channel. He may have seen it, but if he has, then I would be screwed probably. Richie, thank you so much. Again, that is very, very generous. Steel chairing me. Now, as far as the matchup goes, I think it's dwarf favored, but again, when you have a specialist like Xiphos playing, it kind of can nullify that to an extent. There's probably only 1 or 2 matchups in which you don't have that, and I think it's like Empire vs. Dwarves are just so miserable. Richie, I'll try and make that happen for you. Thank you so much. Unless he loses, then obviously we can't do that. Yeah, and the infantry rushes with Wood Elves can catch Dwarves off guard. They're oftentimes so prepared for Mass Kite and whatnot that they can't handle the infantry very well, but we'll see how this unfolds. Good luck, have fun. Both players appear to be ready. They are the Tau version of Tau. You know, Wood Elves actually do have a bit of a melee. Like, if you watch Falcone play, he uses a lot of waylay elves. Like Wood Elves and melee elves. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much, guys. It's crazy. This stream is 100% getting demonetized. I've cursed like every... Xiphos is going to be taking inventory, as will Bilbo Bagosh. Eyeing the Eagles here. A little bit of lag, but that's okay. It'll make this an even more enjoyable slideshow to watch. Yes, we will see. Waking up as Darth Vader. Oh, no. Well, you know, There are worse things. I mean, Vader at least is powerful. I mean, if I had, like, force powers, something to consider. So the bolt throwers are scooting forward. Zypho's going to be going for the rush, just the full surround here. You can see the eagles are up in the sky. The double eagle is actually quite good here because each eagle can kind of shut down a missile unit. So it gives you like a mobile pressure piece in which you can shut down like a thunder or the quarreler or something like that, which is definitely very solid. So yeah, the Ancient Tree Man is, you see this quite a bit actually. I played against this thing a lot recently. It does have regrowth and Earthblood. Regrowth will be very good to use on like Wildwood Rangers and maybe the Eagles, depending on the circumstances. But keeping those elite infantry rolling is going to be incredibly strong. So here comes the Eternal Guard. Moving forward, the Dwarven Artillery, not too crazy. Just bolt throwers. So honestly, I would probably just hit the bolt thrower on the Ancient Tree Man the whole game. He's a big target. You can't really juke. If you try and shoot the Eagles, and right as I say that, Zyphos jukes like 4 shots, but it's going to be tough to juke for sure. Yeah, so I would definitely shoot at the Tree Man. The rest of the army, I mean, Eternal Guard will probably lose the Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors pretty handedly. Another issue, though, of course, is the Wild Riders and the monsters and things like that. Thunders, I also recommend bringing in this matchup. They're quite good against the Ancient Tree Man here. So, yeah. The Dwarf army is wide and thick. Definitely good. I think going Elite Dwarves is better for Wood Elves because they can focus down things better, more efficiently. And here comes the big old Tree Man. The Thunders, I would imagine, will switch onto him in a quick moment. Now, the War Dancers and we also have the Wardens of Sithwell here, the ROR Wildwood Rangers. They're actually pretty strong. So the guns are singing. The Eternal Guard are silver shielded. Wardens of Sithwell are also silver shielded and also have really good AP values. A very nice niche unit here against the Dawi. But the Eternal Guard have reached the front line, so Longbeards are now in combat. And here in the back, Zyphos is getting his first collapse. So the Wildwood Rangers are getting in. These guys are getting in, and Zyphos' micro is so on point. He's going to be able to get those Rangers and just bounce back and forth and just basically treat this Dwarven battle line as a pinball machine. So the Wildwood Rangers now pile in, and the War Dancers will be able to kill these guys and probably take out many of these threats. Bilbo needs to get these Dwarf Warriors and engage. Icarus, Umgrim, I'm stable enough to match this if you actually post a video of you uttering a Palpatine quote when they put you under. This can be grease money. No, they won't let me do that. They won't let me record in the operating room. But, dude, I wish I could. Thank you so much for the 50, man. That is very, very generous. And I will say it for you, though. I can promise you that. I will say it as I go under. So the Ancient Tree Man here is being shot. Certainly taking a lot of damage, but the Wood Elves have really gotten into the back line quite efficiently. The War Dancers back here going to be able to easily take out that Bolt Thrower. The Eternal Guard and Wild Riders have won this fight. And the Dwarven battle lines are looking very, very compromised. I mean, many of the frontline fights are going to be wins for them, but with the Wildwood Rangers and the War Dancers just basically rampaging across the battle lines, I just don't know. And it's not like we have an Ungrim or a Grombrindle that can really chop down this Ancient Tree Man. If that thing's healthy in the late game and the Dwarves don't have their Thunders, oh boy, that's going to be tough. So now more mobile plays coming in here. You can see the Wild Riders shall be charging in. And yeah, going to be charging into Slayers, but Slayers are still lightly armored. I mean, if you charge them, they're going to take a bit of damage. I just don't see how the Dwarves can win this at this point, honestly. And that's rare you say that in this matchup, because oftentimes it's like something where it's a grind and the Wood Elves have to fight really, really hard to get there. But yeah, like, I don't know. So many of the backline pieces are just offline. Zypho's just doing a methodical job. I mean, look at this. Like, you have bows here, guns here. Guns here, both bolt throws are already offline. The Tree Man is still pretty healthy. I mean, maybe the Slayers and the Longbeards can carry this. Maybe. Yeah, there's a chance. There is certainly a chance. In the back, of course, Zyphos is going to be grabbing his Wild Riders and just chasing down all the routing units. This is extremely important in all multiplayer games, but especially important when you're facing off against Dwarves. Because if those Thunders come back and you forget about them, like in the late game, that can be their win con if those things come back. And also, Dragonback Slayers are stuck in combat versus the Sisters here, or not the Sisters, but the War Dancers, which is a really bad trade for them. The War Dancers will cut them up pretty good. Bonus versus Infantry, yeah, Slayers will go back at them, but it's not a cost-effective trade. So what do the Dwarves have? They have some Quarrelers coming back. They have some Longbeards still holding their own. The Wildwood Rangers here are being worked down, but Zyphos is rapidly pulling ahead in this game, and it's only a matter of time, really. The Ancient Tree Man could absolutely pimp slap this Rune Lord, like, no problem in combat. Even though he does magic damage, the Rune Lord is just not a combatant like that. 40-40, 340 with bad AP values. The Ancient Tree Man himself has 110 armor, so you guys can pretty much see the direction. Like, if the Dwarves lose their Thunders, there's 0 answers for that Ancient Tree Man, which is going to be crazy. Hey, Lore Master, welcome back, man. Hope you're staying safe in these dire times. Looking forward to hopefully continuing our head-to-head once I get better. And I hope that they don't make a patch that screws with our game file, although it's quite likely, unfortunately. Dwarf Warriors piling in, still fighting hard. Wood Elves are pulling ahead. You can see the Slayers are pretty much the last bastion here of this Dwarven army as the Dwarf Warriors, you know, don't have the best trade against Eternal Guard, because Eternal Guard do have good AP, so they can actually poke through those. One Dwarven gun unit is back online here. And yeah, there's no way. The Wood Elves are just doing such an exceptional job of cleaning everything up. I mean, we have a Bolt Thrower and some like chaff coming back, but pretty much anything that needs to be cleaned up and chased off the battlefield is. It's a really good build by Zyphos. I mean, that made it look like Bilbo is a good player. Bilbo plays in tournaments. Like, he's not new by any stretch of the imagination. And a build that can be that efficient and take out a Dwarf army in basically 5 minutes, have the game won, is very, very good for sure. Incredibly impressive. The War Dancers now piling in to fight the Miners. The Miners got their pickaxes, but these ladies are certainly much more experienced in combat. And that is going to be it. So there you have it, my friends. Who is up next? It is the Happy Puppy. The happiest of pups. Well played to Bilbo, but his dwarves have been dispatched. And next up, Happy Puppy and Aneurysm Sauce. So we'll do the Pillar of Bone for the next map. So Happy Puppy, you are up if you're watching the stream. If not, I will happily tag you in the Discord. I can't remember if the password's one of those two things I sent you. Icarus, Umgrim again, thank you for the 50. Unfortunately, I can't. The doctors wouldn't let me record in there. As funny as that is. See you next time, says Bilbo. And the pup is here, looking to maybe want to play Chaos. Pillar of Bone is the map, so it's not a big map. We've been playing a lot of big maps, so we're going to switch it up and do one that's a little bit smaller. Let's go in the book. Happy Puppy in chat says, please pray for me, I'm scared. Oh, God. I think Zyphos is up to 6 wins now, so 6 or 7. Somewhere in that ballpark. Highway run to the midnight sun. Yeah, Zyphos is a very good player. He is. One of the best out there, man. Hola, being said. Elves are definitely doing very good today. Very, very good. Yeah, the Dwarves really got the business there pretty good. I actually thought that would be a tough one for Zyphos. I've seen him lose that matchup in tournaments before, like way back when, but it's, yeah, I mean, clearly he's had a really well thought out build that was very good at pressuring and very wide also. So Bretonnia, High Elves, and Dark Elves. Yes. Zyphos says, he's starting to get tired here. Poor Zyphos. I mean, in France right now, what time is it? You know, like midnight, 1 a.m.? Around that time frame? Zyphos, you have 2 games left, potentially. 2 games. Going to play Chaos banning High Elves. Okay. Oh, the Bretonian Beans video, yeah. Icarus Ungrim, I could do that for you. Lady Turin and I could make some Bretonian beans and put up a video. That'd be really fun. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that'll be a good one to do while I recover. Because I could just record it with my handheld camera in my left hand. Zyphos may play Bretonia. So, although he's sitting on Wood Elves now. It's a small map, though. Pillar of Bone isn't big. Oh, he's going Dark Elves. Okay. So Dark Elves versus Chaos. It's a good matchup. I like this one. Riker Law? No, I don't play at the moment. I have played it in the past, and if I do play Age of Sigmar, I'm going to be using the free cities of Sigmar and just using the using Hammerhall probably, because I have a ton of Demogryph Knights in tabletop. I have like 9 of them, so I'd probably just have a Hammerhall Lancers formation. Shedla Bob, I'm not sure. No, they haven't. Zyphos is certainly doing the Elves proud today. He is. Which is great, man. Which is great. So, hey, Richie, if you're still in the stream, would if I do a FFA, would that satisfy you as well? Or do you just want it to be one-on-one? Let me know. Assuming he gets that far. So, Chaos here. You know what I actually like against Dark Elves? I like to just go Spawn Rush. Just bring like 4 Marauders, 3 Spawn, like a bunch of Poison Hounds and Marauder Horsemen, and just like push. It's very good on a map like this. Yeah, Jaime Lannister. Yeah, with the blonde hair and the golden hand. I definitely smell like a hot dog right now, I have to admit. I definitely smell like a hot dog. As much as I dislike Wood Elves, they do need some love and work. Yeah, because their playstyle is pretty linear now. I think Wood Elves like need some cool new units so they can play differently. That's true, Francis. That works also. FFA is cool, man. No hassle. Sounds good. Sounds good indeed. Final Scarab, you're so right. Dude, Spawn Rush is great against Dark Elves, though. I mean, even if they have Dread Spears, the Dread Spears get crumped by Spawn as long as there's Marauder support. But you have to adequately pressure the back line, like, because if the repeater crossbows can sit and shoot, then you're going to lose, you know? Dactyr, no. The plot thickens. It's going to be Chaos versus Dark Elves. On this map, too, there's a really niche situation because of the deployment. A Hell Cannon is actually good here because you can hide it behind this like rock and it shoots up and over. So Happy Puppy, depending on which side she's on for the deployment, could bring that. It's hard to say, though. Optimus Fine, it wouldn't really be possible. Yeah, I need both hands for casting because I have to turn the camera with one and move it with the other. It'd be too hard. Yeah. Don't worry, I have like 2 weeks of content ready to go for you guys, so no stress. I have, yeah, 14 videos ready to go, I think. Or 12 or 14, it's something like that. It's a lot. I'll probably go record some after the stream, too. Just to get the last hoorah in. Man, I was not expecting this today, though, guys. You guys are just going nuts. Thank you so much. This is my birthday today. My birthday is officially moved to July 8th. Every year it has to be, I suppose. A Rubber Duck of War has some ideas about the schemes here, perhaps. Warp Chicken is good here. Warp Chicken is good. I'm a big fan of the Warp Chicken. I like Archaon, too. Burning Head can be good in this matchup. Archaon's a little bit of a target, though. You got to be careful. Yeah, Warp Chicken is the way, though. Whoa. Like a full kite build by Happy Puppy? All right, so the pup has 3 Horsemasters, 4 Hounds, 5... Wait, is that 5 Horsemasters? Oh my god. A ton of Horsemasters, a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, Summoners of Rage, Warp Chicken, Manticore, and 4 Poison Hounds. Okay, you know what? This build is actually pretty good against Dark Elf Kite here. What would have been really good, though, would have been a Hell Cannon. My goodness. Like, a single Hell Cannon in the back would have been so annoying for this army. So it's like Chaos Kite versus Dark Elf Kite. This one is all going to come down to micro and engagements because both armies have the tools to defeat the other army's units. It's just going to come down to it's going to come down to execution of micro, really. Yeah. Jacob, I have no choice, man. I have no choice. I have to accept it. Yeah. I actually played against a gentleman named P-Butter Special, and I had played this matchup, and he played Chaos against my Elves, and I went full kite like Xiphos, and he had a really cool build with a Hell Cannon, a ton of Marauder Horsemen, and it was really hard. Yeah, there's a Medusa in there, too. Xiphos has a wild Medusa pick. So Xiphos has Repeater Crossbows, 2 Scourge Hunters, it looks like, which, of course, are very good. They kill infantry and monsters. He's got Coldo Knights, Malekith, I think, up in the sky, and a Medusa. So the Medusa is going to be really interesting to keep an eye on this thing the entire game. Yeah, I know. You guys are getting the treats, man. Oh, almost the same numbers on both sides. Yeah, pretty close. Only 40 units different, I think, give or take. Yeah. It's going to be a super micro-intensive scrap. Like, the timing of the cab engagements and the spells, and yeah. It's going to be something. So the battle is underway. The pup is going to be running forward with the Marauder Horsemasters, going after the Scourge Runners initially. Although, honestly, I think going after the Medusa is the biggest. She's not very fast. I mean, well, actually, pretty 58 speed. I take that back. I always thought she was in the 40s, but you see, that's the thing. I don't see the Medusa terribly often, so I have most stats in this game memorized, but with the Medusa, it's yeah, quite unusual. You don't see them often. Anyways, the Chaos Hound Squad is quite crazy. There's freaking 4 of those things. And Medusa's getting some decent shots here into the Horsemasters, although taking a little bit in return. The Blackheart Corsair Handbows will be a decent choice because they are armored and can push back against these dudes. No Chaos Knights or anything that's really heavy duty. A single Chaos Knight, of course, would be very impactful at running some of these over. And it looks like the Hounds are going to be committing. You have to watch out, though, because if Malekith comes in and is able to get like a Soul Stealer on the Hounds, that could be very, very painful. And yeah, I think Happy Puppy needs to disengage here. This is... the Coldo Knights are too close. Yeah, they're just going to countercharge and the Hounds are going to get punished. Granted, if Pup does follow up with a big overcasted Final Transmutation, no, she doesn't have that spell. Does go for an overcasted Searing Doom, but the engagement doesn't fall through. So really good control. The Searing Doom actually bombs a couple Hounds on the way, and now they're really hunting aggressively. And Warp Chicken actually jumps in here, which is good. And Plague of Rust is activated on the Blackheart Corsair Handbows. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is chasing here, and the Summoners of Rage, unfortunately, are getting popped by the Repeater Crossbows. But the fight is on. Hounds do not want to be fighting Cold One Knights. This is a really disastrous engagement for Chaos. And it is a small map, too, so the Hounds might run off the edge. Granted, there's enough room. Those Hounds, unless they're chased off, will probably come back. So it's not the end of the world. So now Summoners of Rage are in here, battling against Cold One Knights, but a little bit ill-supported. There are a couple Horse Masters in the back, which have been left in tactical reserve, as I like to call it, but not having those guys up here is going to be a pretty big deal. And Zyphos seems to have gotten most of the better engagements, chasing off the Chaos Warhounds and these Skirmishers here and the Horsemen. And yeah, it's tough. On top of that, the Shaggoth is being kited into the Shadow Realm, as is the big old scary Exalted Hero. Looks like there's going to be like a Searing Doom or something going down here. Yeah, it does make some contact. Now, at this point, what needs to happen is Puppy needs to get the Chaos Warhounds, chase here, and pull them up and around and just have Warhounds hunting those Dark Riders. Because without the Dark Riders, the Shaggoth and also the Exalted Hero would be much stronger, but it might be a little too late. Pup has taken a lot of damage, but it's certainly not over. Warp Chicken, you know, it's got some Tzeentch treachery. Soul Stealer going down does blast a lot of those units, and the Medusa is probably getting a fair amount of kills, 20 kills on the Medusa. And the Hounds are back in. So yeah, you could go after the Corsairs here, but the crossbows, the Repeater Crossbows, really, really need to go down. Those things are just far too healthy. Yeah, the dogs stop for a second. A little bit of a drop there, and they're going to be popped by all of Zyphos' stuff. Yeah, honestly, both builds were super micro-intensive. It's a very, very stressful one to bring. Not too many mistakes from Zyphos. He got most of the good engagements, a couple here and there, but, you know, pretty negligible stuff. And finally, Pup does get the good engagement, so the Hounds have now chased the Repeater Crossbows, but Zyphos pulls back at the last second. The Corsairs might be able to even screen them out, which is very, very punishing, and the Medusa is still going ham as well. Oh, nice charge there. The Marauder Horse Masters, although it is against Cold One Knights, so actually not so nice. I actually thought those were Repeater Crossbows for a second. And Sartorial the Ever Chicken, continuing to drop his juicy drumstick here on Malekith, but Malekith can easily outduel him. Exalted Hero's back, and the Hounds are still, you know, pursuing, and the Hounds do get a decent engagement here on these Scourge Runners, but I think it's too little too late at this point. I don't think Chaos has enough left to really do this. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth plus the Summoners of Rage and the Exalted Hero all kind of got picked apart and didn't really pay for themselves. Aside from that, some of the other stuff did, but I think those were the big issues here as this game did progress. So big Poppy Malekith able to hunt down that chicken. The chicken is now on the run. Good luck, have fun. Zyphos certainly on a tear today. Aneurysm Sauce says, I'm out of beer. How am I supposed to play against Zyphos when I'm out of beer? Well, it's probably for the best for your micro. But, you know, some people, I suppose, might play better. Who knows? Happy Puppy scrapping to the bitter end. Solid stuff. Summoners of Rage piling in with some doggos, and the Shaggoth has been liberated. Ooh, and the Exalted Hero is going to be jumping in on the Bloodrack Medusa and should be able to win this fight. The Exalted Hero, more or less similar health. I guess it's going to come down to RNG, but yeah, the Manticore has really bullied the Medusa. So one last final cackle from the Chaos Gods as the Medusa is hunted down. But the Soul Stealer here should end the game, probably triggering army losses, as it will hit the Summoners, it'll hit the Shaggoth, and that's going to be it. Well played. A tough match for sure. Fair amount of damage done to this Dark Elf army, but in the end, the Druchii will maintain victory there. It is the Ancient Tree Man. No, that is his actual name. That is his actual name indeed. The mighty Lord of the Dark Elves, Malekith the Witch King, claiming victory. Nice little bombardment there at the end, but the chicken is certainly on his last legs. His last chicken legs, and will certainly be sent to KFC after this. There he goes. All right, guys, the Medusa did live. It got broken. I know, Zyphos putting on a clinic today, guys. He is. And now our last challenger. Is it going to be Aneurysm Sauce? One more Zyphos. Well played, Happy Puppy. I don't know if Zyphos knew what he was signing up for here. Because Zyphos is playing another King of the Hill before this, which I don't know if he won that, but yeah. Pretty wild stuff, man. All right, so Aneurysm Sauce, if you're watching, come join. Happy Puppy says, I've had some success with that build, but not against you. Have a good day. You too. All right. There you have it. Thank you for joining, Happy Puppy. Well played. And now we're on to the next match. It's going to be your boy, Aneurysm Sauce, who's been here in chat with us the entire time. If you guys are enjoying the stream, do drop a like. It helps me out quite a bit. Drop a like on the last stream for a while. Has anybody seen victory ever after army losses? Yeah, I have. Yeah. It was with like some Unbreakable stuff and like, yeah, really, I have a couple of games on my channel where that happened. Have you ever had a decisive victory in multiplayer? I think so. Yeah, like against a new player who just like, it was on ladder one time probably, yeah. So we're on Prague for this map. Zypho's still going strong, man. What a trooper. Would there be a way of translating wins of magic spend into an average gold cost? Not so much gold cost, no. I mean, I suppose you could equate it to some sort of value. Probably wouldn't use gold as a metric, though. Well played indeed. Who is the prettiest dwarf legendary lord? I don't know. What do you think, Brian? Just gotta say, great showing today. You straight owning, man. Chevaliers, Hunts, Marshals, and Wintertooth. Oh, an Empire pick. Wintertooth, Norska. Wow. All right. Zyphos is literally an anime villain having their first appearance. Oh my god. This is getting wild, guys. Can you get heroic victories in FFA? You can get them. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've had one in multiplayer. Like, the guy just kind of, like, sat there and just got picked apart, and I barely lost anything. Yeah. Yeah, Zyphos is a fearsome foe. He says it's some good training. Yeah, he's getting back into business. So he's banning the Hunts Marshals. Oh, my God. So it's going to be... Yeah, Aneurysm, I think, likes Counts. I think he likes Chaos, too, is what I've seen him play. Sauce. Although, I feel like Counts have a good matchup versus Empire. I know, Richie, it's getting wild, man. Andrew Gourlay, I tip my hat to you. Hey, thanks, man. Right back at you. I'll tip my metaphorical fedora your way. This man needs to be stopped. I know, Falcone. Who is it? Who could it be? Did I pick after I banned? Yes, you do. Aneurysm sauce. A couple beers deep, apparently. We'll see if that makes a difference. Maybe he'll play better. Who knows? Wicked, that's funny. You think he's going to go with the Corpse Guard army against Elves? I don't know. Well, let's see. So he banned Empire, and Zyphos' other armies are Wintertooth and Chevaliers. Okay, there's no Elves actually here for this game. So it's Bretonnia, Empire, and Norska. So Aneurysm's going to go Vampire Coast, and now Zyphos is going to be forced to play Norska or Bretonnia. Oh, Bretonnia versus Coast! All right, so for those of you guys who may have been getting bored of watching Elf games, here you go. You got Bretonnia versus Vampires. Hell yeah, I love this matchup. It's one of my favorites. And you know we're going to see Reponse. You know we're going to see it. Zyphos playing his people. Oh yeah, baby. Talk dirty. Yes. It's time. What was it, lady? One of my favorite moments in gaming of like the past couple years. Don't worry, Falcon, it's fine. One of my favorite moments of the past couple years is when I was playing Bannerlord. So I believe you were there, Falcon. We were playing a Bannerlord stream or recording, and it was like Zyphos and you and a couple other folks were playing, and like we were charging a bridge in Bannerlord, and Zyphos yelled "Forza Lady" in our Discord chat. That was so funny. I was like laughing for several minutes. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. And here we go, guys. It's time. Someone has to bring her down. Will Aneurysm Sauce be the one to slay the king? Zyphos is a very good Bretonian player too, so it's going to be no joke here. Miles Altum. Good luck with the surgery. Thank you for the $50, man, wherever you are here in the States. I would guess based on the currency. I really appreciate that, Miles. Let me know if you have any questions. Do my best to answer them. Thanks, dude. It's going to be something. Tomorrow is going to be a balls deep one, that's for sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, Miles. Really appreciate it, brother. You guys are just too generous today. I really hope it's not a burden on you guys. Seriously. Stresses me out a little bit. And then the battle will soon be underway. Henri Lamassif is going to be coming on his giant hippogriff, I'm sure. Or even on horseback. Does he have a horse mount? I think he does. Rapunzel's campaign actually looks like a lot of fun. Don't worry, guys. Someday Tic-Tac-Toe will be played here on the channel. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Pup, it's a hard one. Like, because both your builds were very micro intensive. So it's really going to come down to the engagements. You know, against like Xiphos, I think honestly a Marauder Spawn Rush could have been pretty effective. Because I mean, the Corsairs, he might have been able to kite it out, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Some Chaos Knights are actually good too. Like one Chaos Knight with Plague of Rust can like wreck Coldwind Riders. So you like overcast Plague of Rust on them, and then like with the lances, they just like melt those Coldwind Knights. Yeah, there's a couple ways you can go about that matchup. Yeah, good. I look forward to it, pup. It's going to be great. Yeah, I mean he's a fearsome foe, and it was a good game. Raponce's campaign is a blast for sure, says Ventress. Yeah, I played like 15, 20 turns of it, just trying to like feel it out. What's the least picked unit? Oh man, that's a tough question, Angel Chan. Least picked faction? Oh man, and unit for unit. What is a unit like you never see? Okay, you know a unit I haven't seen in a long ass time is the Bloodrack Medusa Shrine, like the Medusa Shrine from Dark Elves. Like I can't remember the last time I've seen that in a game. Yeah. Yes, there's something that feels truly magical about slaying an undead army in Total War Warhammer. I don't know what it is. It's just like, yeah. Henry the Large is coming. The largest of his kind shall be descending on the land. Grail Guardians are, I see them. I see Grail Guardians. Like in the Tomb Kings matchup, you see them sometimes. But the Bloodrack Medusa Shrine is like something you almost need. I have one bet matchup in which I do use a War Wagon Mortar. I have one. Yeah. Take care. Thanks for joining on the stream. Good night to you too. And now the battle is underway. Carronade's here for the aneurysm sauce. He also has Aranessa's Salt Spite on a crab. Oh yeah. It's gonna be sweet. Look at this thing. He's got Aranessa on the crab. Pretty good. Anti-large armor piercing with the net. You know, can't complain. A gunnery wide of vampires, or no, excuse me, vampire fleet captain of vampires. Double carronade, a bunch of halberds, one depth guard, one handgun mob, Lamprey's Revenge, Morngul, and that is it. So the carronade's going to be doing the heavy lifting against the Cav. Will he be able to stop Xiphos' mass is the question. So for Xiphos, somebody was just saying we don't see Grail Knights and Grail Guardians often, but here's some Grail Knights. So Grail Knights, certainly hard hitting, a little bit expensive for my likings in this matchup. I find that they get wrecked by cannons and Count Noctiluls, but of course Xiphos is a much better Bretonnian player than I. So he does have Defenders of Fleur de Lis and Grail Knights, and pretty much the same thing on the other side, but with Knights of the Realm instead. It's going to be the Iron Lady Raponce and her sidekick Henri Le Massif, and we do have a Damsel of Life. Oh, look at that. So epic. Just like holding the sword up, getting the blessings of the lady there. Yes. Yeah, Aranessa versus Raponce. Come on. You can't ask for a better matchup. And it is going to be Men-at-Arms and the Holy Wardens there on the far side. So, should be an interesting battle. It's going to come down to the Cav play. Will Xiphos be able to get into the carronades and the handguns? If so, he should be fine. If not, then the dreaded Vampire Coast powder line will continue to rain hot fire. Gani, Mr. Akkad, you basically just have to join the Discord, which before the stream's over, we will be dropping a link. And from there, you can join any of these events, including public tournaments, open faction wars, King of the Hills, you name it. And that's all you got to do. No Meta Lords. I do like Aranessa as an off-meta pick here, though, on the Crab. It's kind of cool. She's hard to kill. A lot of armor. Anti-large. You know, a net. Nets are always good. I think it's really cool, actually. I like the Aranessa pick here. Hey, Wicked, thank you for dropping a link, man. You've been really on top of that. Do appreciate that. There you go, Gani, if you want to join. Wicked has provided you with a gateway to many things that some would consider unnatural. I know, it's the mountain that rides. It's Ser Gregor Massif. And the cannons definitely want to shoot the Grail Knights if they can, but I would imagine Xiphos probably has them out of range. Because the Cav isn't going to be, or infantry won't be as much of an issue. You just summon zombies and use your crabs and Morngulls to kill them, but the Cav are a bit of a problem. Just pounding into that back line there. Currently, Xiphos is hiding his Grail Knights here, and the other Grail Knights are hiding out of cannon range, it looks like, yeah. This is smart. This is a really, really, something you don't see people do terribly often. Like, just keep your elite Cav back until your infantry are engaged, and then pull them in. That way, they're not going to take damage on the approach. So, yeah, we'll see. Nice play here by Aneurysm Sauce. He is able to drop some vampires here. Not vampires. Imagine a vampire summon. That would be pretty OP, right? Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob Summon to just muck up the advance. Battle Pilgrims are by far my favorite choice in this matchup. They're so good in the front line. Like, great leadership. They're shielded. They hold their own. And they certainly do the trick. So defenders of Fleur-de-Lis have taken a cannon shot. Grail Knights are hiding. And this is good because, like, the cannons don't really have too many efficient targets right now. But now the Grail Knights are coming in. A little bit obstructed, though. If you look here, like, there's, like, a hill here. And then on top of that, there's a hill here. Xiphos really utilizing the terrain very, very well, which is very important in this matchup. And now comes the Tide of Skjold, doing glorious battle with Rapunce. Rapunce does have some healing, so the Iron Lady should be okay, but some of the zombies are paying the troll toll. But the crabs are coming in, and the crabs definitely will be able to get some damage, so I think Rapunce and company want to piece out of here, and they do. Now the peasant mobs are going to be rushing in. True Bretonnian experience, the two knights running away from the threat while the peasants charge in. Pretty hilarious. So here these deckhand mobs are getting worn down. The cannon is shooting over here at the Grail Knights and is getting some damage finally. And the handguns in the back doing some decent peppering damage here against the men-at-arms. The Morgulls need to be used like in the center as a sweeper, so if anything does get through, the Morgulls just kind of clean them up real quick. But now comes the Grail Knights getting a fully erect charge here into the Crabos. And the Crabos are tanky, but Grail Knights have anti-large and certainly an amazing charge bonus. So you can see the Crabs are going to be in very, very dire need of an invocation here soon. Spearfisher's Net has been used on Rapunce, which I don't think was necessary. I probably would have used it to break the charge here of the heavy cab units, but we'll see how it unfolds. Anyways, both cannons are still going, which is a really, really good sign. Depth Guard and the Morgulls are cleaning up the back line. So far, Aneurism Sauce is doing a good job keeping everything protected, but now things get a little bit scary as the defenders of Fleur-de-Lis do get into the back line and most certainly will be running over the Black Spot. Black Spot are halberd units in a way, though. They do have the anti-large, so in combat they can't fight back here, so I would imagine Xiphos will pull back. On this side, peasants are able to get some open fire here into the cannon, which is very, very nice. Aneurism Sauce definitely, I don't know how you can really escape that at this point. I think the Carronade here is just going to fall. Back up here, though, is really the important fight, and you can see the peasant mobs are getting beaten up here, as are the Grail Knights, and the Damsel of Life is going to be fleeing, but Rapunce is still healthy, as is Henry. So plenty of anti-large here. It looks like Aneurism Sauce did get a big old juicy invocation of Nahek. I'll make sure they're not asking any questions. And another charge from the Bretonnian Grail Knights right into the back of the Crabos and Morgulls. Oh, the sandwich! The elite Bretonnian Knight sandwich absolutely crumples that Vampire Coast formation. The foul undead here, the Morgulls and the Lamprey's Revenge just getting absolutely shreked. That was a thing of beauty right there, my goodness. And Rapunce leading the charge. I think that could have been the Vayne backbreak. Like losing Morgulls and Crabs in one fell swoop while the Grail Knights are still healthy is a big oof indeed. But one Carronade's still kind of going. No, it's gone. Both Carronades are actually gone. Depth Guard are still running around the map. The handguns are still here, which actually gives a shimmer of hope here to Aneurism Sauce. But that was a brutal Bretonnian charge, really hammering in. And now the Grail Knights are coming in. They got a full chub on for the lady, and they're going to be taking some names here for sure as the Black Spot. Probably going to get run over. Granted, there are some halberds nearby. Halberds definitely should peel over and try and get some of these Grail Knights down. Black Spot looks like they're braced, though. They do have charge defense, so if they were fully braced, it's hard to tell. I think they were still moving a little bit, so probably not braced. A Depth Guard are over chasing. This is a big mistake for Aneurism Sauce. That could cost him the game. But the Depth Guard need to be like in the blob fight. If they're out here chasing, then they're going to be easy to isolate and cycle charge for Xiphos, which is pretty disastrous. But nonetheless, the Crab's still holding, actually. Wow. I cannot believe that the Vampires were able to endure that. It looks like Aranessa here really giving that kind of stalwart engagement. Plus, what's really cool about Aranessa, she gives... Oh, that's big! Aranessa, I forgot, gives bonus first large with the Kraken's Bane, so the weapon strength of the Crabs is augmented by a bonus first large against the Knights. That's really good. Xiphos could be in a little bit of trouble here, actually. As the Crabs push back, the Black Spot's still going strong, and Aranessa might be tough to kill. Rapunce is actually taunted a little bit, and is quite beaten up here, guys. This game is very, very back and forth. Will Xiphos win his last game? He's going to have to scrap hard for this one, as there's some very, very strong Crabos left on the battlefield. Very, very strong Crabs. But the thing is, imagine if Aneurism Sauce had his Depth Guard back here with his blob of characters. Oh my god, he would be so tough to crack. But now the problem being is that the Grail Knights are just going to cycle charge these Depth Guard into the Shadow Realm. Rapunce and Henry can come over here and help kill them. I definitely think that would be the right play. The last of the undead are breaking here. I still think that Xiphos is a little bit ahead in this game, considering he has some archers left and also does have a fair amount of mobility to really cycle charge and punish this slow army here. So here comes the Vampire Fleet Captain and the Lamprey's Revenge. Another invocation could be really brutal, too, on the Lamprey's Revenge. That would be incredibly nasty. I think Rapunce does crumble on the Crab, does she? Not Rapunce, Aranessa. Can't remember if she does. I guess not. Yeah, hard to say. So you can't invocation her then. Vampire Fleet Captain on the hunt, going after the Holy Wardens are going to be the next victims here. Those guys are quite stalwart. Certainly will take that like champs. And yeah, this is a big loss here. These Depth Guard going down in this fight back here is really, really painful. Because like if they were with the blob, oh my god. I don't know if Bretonnia could have won it. So just that small, misplay there may actually cost Aneurism Sauce the game. You can see the balance power does creep back into the favor here of Bretonia, as the Depth Guard, a very expensive, powerful unit, just get absolutely dumpstered by the Iron Lady. Yeah, her and her Grail Knight boys able to come in and really chop them down. Come on, the Bretonian cab is so epic. Look at this charge. Oh, it's so cool. Where are they going to be going next? The Bretonians are going to be wading their way in. Jay Phoenix, good luck with the surgery. Enjoy the blessings of the Horned Rat. Thank you for the 1313. The bell shall toll. Indeed. Jay Phoenix, thank you so much. Nice one there. So yeah, another little misplay here. The crabs need to be with the characters. They need to be making their last stand together, because if they're surrounded here, they could go down. Aranessa needs to be over here, giving bonus first large, and also taking out Grail Knights herself. The crabs, certainly in dire straits. Negative 30. Oof, man, they are going down so quick to these Grail Knights. And Rapunzel should easily be able to take Aranessa, not by herself, but of course with this army here. And now we have a Vampire Fleet Captain plus Aranessa, pretty much the last of their kind. I don't know about the summons here. If the undead have some summons, it could be a bit of an issue for Bretonia, but not much of one. These guys are going to be an absolute pain in the ass to take down, though, for sure. Yeah. Dwayne Boyd, thank you for becoming a member. Really do appreciate it, man. Hopefully you enjoy the emojis, which I'll be getting more up to date on as soon as I recover and whatnot. Got to do that. So here, Araness Assault Spite, Manon's Luck is activated, going to make her very tanky. Yeah, the summon thing could be interesting. I mean, if Aranessa and company are able to kill like Rapunzel and Henry, and then drop some summons to target the Knights, I mean, there is a slim chance for the coast here. Very slim, but certainly not out of the realm of possibility. So now they're turning. It looks like the Crabbo is finally crumbling. -4, -34 now on this crab. And once it starts crumbling, that's going to be probably the beginning of the end. GG, well played. Yeah, the Depth Guard thing was pretty rough. If the Depth Guard had stayed here, that would have been a very tough anchor. I still think Zyphos probably would have won, but it would have been much closer. Well played, though, man. That was an 8-minute bout. That was a good game. Yes, Julius, you've just arrived, huh? Good timing indeed. As the stream's pretty close to ending. Oh, man. Hey, Hunter. Cheers, man. Zyphos want to play one against me? All right, I'll see if Zyphos... He's really late for Zyphos, so if he says no, it's totally fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll remake. All right, so I'll play Zyphos for you guys. So you guys can see the password there. Very original stuff. Hey, thank you, Ryan Bull. Warhammer 2 is your first RTS, mostly tabletop? Dude, I love tabletop, man. It's like one of my favorite things. All right, so let me get Zyphos. I'll play him for you guys. I'll be the final boss. He should be able to get me. I'm a little rusty here. All right. Now I can join the stress. All right, cool. So I sent him an invite. Yeah, the Icky head-to-head campaign will probably be a couple weeks. Yeah. Yeah, Dwayne, we got a great community here, man. So Zyphos has won the King of the Hill. There's no doubt of that. I lost track of his wins. I think he had well, if there's 9 other opponents, he had 9 wins, right? So, wait, no, was he one of the first players? Yeah, he was. I think we lost track. We'll just say 8. I think that sounds about right. Hey, all right, so let's pick the map. I don't know if it matters. Let's do one that is good for some of the... definitely not Troll Country. Troll Country is a little bit trollish. We'll do Southern Chaos Wastes. Done some of this. We've done some of that. Soon Oakenhammer's fine. It's a very neutral map. Hey, so you can pick your 3. So Zyphos will pick his 3 here. The final boss approaches. I know. Yeah, it's okay. When Zyphos gets his capstone here. He's really tired, so I have to catch him now. Oh, still here, I know, dude. What are your thoughts on AOS? Yeah, I don't know. It could happen someday. Wood Elves, Bretonia, and High Elves. All right, so... All right, I'll ban High Elves and pick Empire. So we're going with the Sons of Sigmar, baby. Probably have to pop up a screen blocker so he can chat with you guys on stream and not accidentally see my build. Do I have a screen blocker here? Yeah, we do. Perfect. Trying to get my Sons of Sigmar down. Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Oh, that map sucks. Oh, God. Hey, Sauce, it was a good game, dude. It was a good game. I actually liked the Aranessa. I thought she was a cool pick. Ah, perfect. We have the Wood Elves. The Elves of the wood. The Elves of the hardwood. They come. Alright, so let's get you guys going. A couple of you guys is going to be great. Great, jolly fun for all involved. What else do we want to get? There's so many cool things I want to bring here. Yeah, but guys, I wanted him to play Wood Elves because I wanted to show you this build. So I don't mind playing High Elves with Empire, but cool. That looks fine. What kind of a caster do we want? Yeah, probably have to rethink the caster thing. Probably you is fine. All right, looks good. I'm expecting some glorious Way Watchers. That should be good. Get one more unit here. What do we want to get? Oh my god. I really want to get this, but it's so bad. The Huntsmen, you guys think the Huntsmen are coming? All right. Could be some Huntsman action. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. God, so many of the things are so expensive. Like, there's so many cool units I want to bring. They're just so pricey. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I really want to bring this. I really want to. Oh, God. How can I afford this? Okay, that looks fine to me. Looks good. Let's go ahead and put some chevrons on these bad boys. Ready. I am ready! It begins! You guys want steam tanks? Oh. How many volley guns is enough? Well, we'll find out. Maybe 4. So this build is very strange. I'm throwing in one like treat for you guys, but it could be okay. I don't know. It's probably going to be bad, but I have a build against Wood Elves that works against most Wood Elf players, but against Zyphos, I don't know. But we'll try. Yes. And you guys might laugh at it at first, but there is some rhyme to it, you know? All right. Here we go. So it's a mortar wagon with a Hellblaster wagon. Because you can't kill them with arrows of Kurnus, which is how like most Wood Elf players deal with it, so yeah, I don't know. He might rush me, but if he rushes me, I have Volkmar. See, that's the thing. And cool, and cool. Put these guys a little bit further up so they can take the shots. Richie for Zyphos and Turin. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much for the 200. Holy shit. Richie, thank you, dude. We have very, very deep set handgunners here. Because obviously, if they get too close, they can just get pounded. So we'll have them like very, very deep set in the back. So we'll get some Empire Knights, and Empire Knights. They're just roadblocks, basically. Alright. Very cool. Very cool. Volkmar the Grim is a very tough character to snipe, so he can win like against rush builds. 2 and 3 on the mortar wagon. 4, 5, and 6. So 4 is here, 5 is back here, 6 is here. Great. Let's see what his build looks like. Ready? I have Legolas. Did I bring a Mooba kill? Oh, we'll see. We'll see here, little buddy. You guys laugh now, but there's some teeth. Dude. Okay, so if you guys go back on my channel, I had a really good game against Aerocrastic with this identical build, except I didn't have a mortar wagon. But mortars are good against elves. The issue being is that arrows of Kurnus kill them. Yeah. Oh, normally I would bring another Empire Knight, probably. I would like cut the wagon and bring another Empire Knight and Spearman. Alright. Good luck, have fun. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. Like I said, I've had success with this, but I gotta like stay back in case Zyphos deploys like right in front of me. Okay. So let's go ahead and evaluate our situation. 4, 5, 6. So yeah, pretty standard. He's probably got some Way Watchers hidden there and stuff. So we'll just advance up on him. Nobody expects the wagons, I'm telling you. And they actually do some decent work here. So you just basically use the handgunners to like screen her out. Nope, we don't want to shoot the mortar wagons until I tell them to. So you can see he uses arrows of Kernus, but it doesn't work on wagons. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, you can juke it with the wagons. It's like, it's pretty efficient, actually. Okay, so now we have our targets. No, we have a target. Okay, it's not going to be quite enough. Good luck, have fun. Okay, so we need to get these guys shooting here, and you mortars shooting here as well. Some of the flagellants are taking a pounding for Sigmar, but that's alright. It's their job. So the mortar wagons will unleash some hellish salvos of fire. Should be able to get some of that going here as well. Flagellants will pull back. Clearly he wants to do that, and he can try and snipe Volkmar. I'm cool with that. 100%. I don't know if I should waste ammo on the Hellblaster wagon there. Mortar wagon can keep going. It's very much like a game of cat and mouse. But oh, look at the handgunner. He's able to get some damage in there, yeah. See, the silver bullets really surprise people quite often. Yep, give me that. Give me those shots. Give me the shots. Let's go ahead and shoot into the Way Watchers here. Arrow of Kernus being used on the appropriate target. Shoot here. Mortar wagons, are they still shooting? They are, which is great. Get you guys up in the trees. You guys here. You guys here. Keep these guys all polishing where they can. Volkmar the Grim, we got to be careful because if he gets focused by the dudes, it could be really bad. I feel like Xiphos is kind of baiting me a little bit. See, now he's using Way Watchers on those, which I don't really care about. Hellblaster volley gun's doing some good damage. He's definitely being forced back, which is good. But remember, he's got all these cav also that I have to respect. Okay, cool. But yeah, like, we have the range, so just kind of keep blasting where we can. Drop a regrowth on the wagon right now, so we don't lose any of those. Get his lord here. Regrowth is active. Scoot up here. Now pull back because he wants to Pravenoth Rainbow me. Pull the Empire Knights as a screen as well. His lord's almost dead, actually. That's great. Oh, he did get the prey. Yeah, but thankfully we got the regrowth off at the right time. So we just scoot up here. The mortar wagon, just keep dropping shots, man, where you can. Cool, the Black Lion survived because of the regrowth. Yep, his lord's gone. His lord's in the can. Okay, let's get Volkmar pursuing. Now we can really, like, put the pedal to the metal, as they say. Right, let's get you going. You flagellants coming up as well. So we get a decent charge right into his Wild Riders, but now we pull back and pull him into the spears. And now we can get our Hellblaster wagon shooting the Wild Riders there. I have to hope his lord actually breaks off. Sigmar Sons go, Volkmar go. Let's go ahead and drop the hammer. Hammer time. Pull these guys back. Just kind of keep pounding into these units if we can. Yeah, we're getting some good damage. His lord's gone. That's a really nice boon for us. Okay, screen. Move you wagons up. Hellblasters, just keep pounding into his riders wherever we can. Sisters of Thorn are also a good choice. So he might go for Volkmar, which I'm okay with that. Just keep you guys moving up here, chasing these units. And we'll save the Shield of Faith for... yeah, we'll drop that back there. It'll keep him honest at least. Screen, and where are my handgunner units? Yeah, they're still scooting up. Okay. He might go for Volkmar if he does. Oh, the Banishment got him pretty good back there. That's great. Okay. So the Mortar Wagon, let's scoot it over here. Just form a bit of a flank denial. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Pull the Empire Knights up. I don't care if he's shooting Volkmar, like, not at all. Everybody laughs at my wagon build until it gets him, man. I'm telling you. So let's start shooting some mortars over here. Good. So now we can just keep pressing, because now we really have the initiative. We need to keep some Empire Knights back. We have some Flagellants also to protect. Yeah, cool. So now his caster should be dead here. The Mortar Wagon's still going. I'm telling you guys, it's actually good in this matchup, I think. Like, because they can't snipe it with Arrows of Kernus. Like, every elf player and their mom and dog is going to be using Arrows of Kernus to snipe here. So if you can, like, mind game around that, we need to get him up too. And that's game. GG. All right, guys, I'm telling you. It still has it. Yeah, the Black Lions are so good in the Mortar and Volkmar. It's like, you have so much pressure. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And if they come in and get too close to the Black Lions, like the Hellblaster shots to the face, we'll just, we'll take them out. Yeah, it's wild. So that's my secret Empire build against Wood Elves. I'm telling you, it's good. Yeah. GG, man. Well played. Congrats on today's... Yeah, you see, you can't snipe the wagons. You can't. They just, like, roll and keep pressuring you. And that's what beats the Elves. Normally, Elves counterplay that by using, like, Arrows of Kernus and different things like that to really, like, hammer down your your artillery, and then you have to chase them and they kite you and they win. You know? GG's. But if they knew it was coming, and Volkmar is so good too, because if they try and snipe him, you use the Shield of Faith and you just tank it and regrowth him, and then like it counters all the sniping. It's so good. Yeah. GG's. So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the final show. Double Explosion says, Turin, should I get into tournaments? I'm not that good. Yeah, you should, man. Just have some fun. Have some fun. Dude, the mortar wagons did splash damage though, Daniel. So even if they don't, like your Zyphos constantly had to be kiting back to like run from them, you know? They still like do something, even if they don't get a ton of kills. When will you challenge casually explain to an SE2 match? I haven't played SE2 in like 6-7 years. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, the frickin' the mortar, the Hellblaster wagon is so good in that matchup. Like you can just regrowth it. It can outrange the Way Watchers. Like it's so solid. The anime villain beats up everyone just to lose to the main character. Oh my god. Hey Richie, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, well played, Zyphos. I know you're tired too. Zyphos has been playing a long time, guys. He's been playing like 100 games, so. And I'm pretty fresh, just coming in, well rested. Yeah. Dude, that build is good though. I'm telling you, the wagons are no joke there. You can't Arrow of Curtis them. Empire players are probably going to start doing that, I think. Like, it's just so strong against Elves. All right, guys. So on that note, congratulations to Zyphos, today's winner of the King of the Hill. He has done his piece and certainly showed some very dominant Elf games. It was a really, really awesome stream. Thank you, Zyphos. Appreciate it, man. I'll be back soon with my Robo hand, and I'll hopefully be playing on tournaments and all that sort of good stuff. But again, guys, Sophie, appreciate it. I just want to say thank you guys all so much for your support. Thanks to the mods for hanging around, the players for putting aside their nights and afternoons and weekends. Well, it's not weekend. I don't even know what day it is, what year it is. I just lost track of time. But thank you guys so much. It was an absolute blast. I had a really good time casting and playing today. I'm really looking forward to playing more games because man, I just have the itch all the time, but I'm just held back, you know, and I can't. But no longer. No longer. Yeah, Loopy, it looks good, but if they rush you, you have Volkmar, you have Flagellants, you have Sigmar Sons, and you have Empire Knights. Like, Volkmar can definitely do very well against Wood Elf rushes. But yeah, the Mortar Wagon is the one piece you might want to cut, but aside from that, I think it's good. Yeah. And guys, man, I cannot say enough about the donations today. This shit was hog wild. You guys just went so wild. I can't even believe it. I mean, to go through all these is going to take me like, oh my god. Well, you guys basically paid for my surgery today, so thank you so much. That really does help a lot. I mean, I guess I'll just get rolling. We got Richie, J Phoenix, hold on, Miles, Icarus, Ungram, Richie again, Wes Bumpus, Karagor, Cantina, Caviara, Lich 109, Soyus Boyus, the fat one as well, Volgear, Roman Bowman, Mr. Jones, Alex B, Lich 109, Chris Reckrocked, Corka, I think is what it is, yeah. Jack Shaw, Fritz, Human Boy, yes, Angel Chan is a new member as well. Final Scarab, Chill Warlock, Woggetstein, Mr. Jabber, Buck H, Al, Colin Byrne, Lou, the fat one as well, Alfie the Ninja, Echelon with again, Echelon several times, Garland Green, oh my god, dude, this keeps going. Skilder, Roman Bowman, Juan Orozco, Forrest Rooster, Stephen Underhill, Skilder, Mr. Jabber, Stephen Underhill again, Min with a, holy shit guys, this has got to be one of the records. Min donated $500 today, that's crazy. Min, thank you so much. Please do shoot me a message in Discord. Travis, Alexa, Icarus, Ungram, Rob Kent, Echelon again, Trey Davis, Will B, Conic. And that should be it for today. Holy shit, man. That was wild. Yeah, you guys treat me too well. And again, I hope you guys are all staying safe and financially stable in these hard times. I know a lot of people are like losing their jobs and shit, so super rough, man. But again, I really do appreciate it. It's going to help me get through these couple weeks for sure. So guys, thank you so much. More King of the Hills will be on the horizon. Hopefully I'll have some time to plan and scheme for the World Cups. Yeah. Yeah, Zyphos, yeah. The wagons were like through the trees too, which was kind of good. But yeah, the Way Watchers were just out of range because the mortars were shooting them the whole time. So you were like pulling them back. Yeah. It was crazy, man. It was a good game. That Empire build's pretty solid. Not to say Wood Elves can't win it, but it's just, yeah, it was a scrappy one. Hey guys, anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate all the well wishes. I'll be safe, don't worry. And as I pass out due to the anesthesia, I will make sure to drop a Palpatine quote to my doctor. And Zyphos, my doctor is French. So the French taking care of me well. It's got to be good. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all your support. We have a couple new members today. I don't know if I missed that as well. I'm trying to get it all. There's just so many. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, Echelon is a new member. We have Angel Chan. And then Dwayne Boyd. Yeah, thank you guys. Hey, Loopy, no worries, man. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go hang out with my smoking hot wife. Get her some treats. We'll take care of things. And I'll see you guys back soon. I'll still be doing videos. Like, I'll probably put some update videos and things depending on how the progress goes. So you guys will still be hearing from me. Don't worry. It just won't be as many streams and things like that for the next couple weeks. All right, guys. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you on the other side. Again, really appreciate all your support. You guys are the best.